Well, hello there. Let it be known that I don't know what I'm doing. By that I mean I was gonna spend a long time like setting up the stream and setting up assets and sort of thing. And I thought, you know, it's more fun when I just go live. You know? Is my camera out of sync with my audio? That's annoying. Why is that happening? How we doing, chaps? Yeah, I thought it'd be more fun to sort that out. So I have a couple of saves for you, chaps. Let me get a save for you guys to look at first, so I can explain what's going on first. That's probably a good idea. This one's titled "Woo Send Help." That seems fun. Let's download that. All right. Let's download that. Let's bring up our save files folder. Maybe it's because I've got a lot of things open. Like, we're just gonna wait for people to trickle in, chaps. Like I said, I'm not feeling very professional today. So I'm gonna pretend as if most people aren't even watching. If that helps. Okay. Let me chuck this in then. How are we all doing today? Now, one thing I haven't done for a while is I would like to know, where's everyone coming in from? You'd think I'd have like a folder ready for this instead of having to download it? You'd think a lot of things about me, you know? But here we are. All right, here we go. I think I found one. Bang. On the viewers, here we go. This is it. Now, I think, do I have to melt these Iron Man foils? One sec. Oh, this actually works. Cool. Okay, well, we can see most things anyway. So we'll start with this woo. And what I do have for you as well, chaps, is if I bring it up, and don't get too excited. What have we got? We've got Northern Ireland, UK, Sweden, Australia, Austria, Lancashire, Slough. I'm in the UK for my grandma's funeral. I'm sorry to hear that, Arbiter. Georgia, lots of Georgia. All right, you over this? Eh? I was concerned for a second I'd leak my home address, but look, we got a little graph because I think you at home are going to be rating these. So how we're going to be rating these today is we're going to be rating them on like economics, military, diplomacy, how stable they are, the memes of the run, whether or not it's cursed, and how impressed you are. So let me break it down. Economics is how healthy the money situation is, the trade, whether they're making money, this sort of stuff. Military, obviously, tech, how big their army is, that sort of stuff. Diplomacy, that'll be vassals, and it fits that sort of vibe. Stability is pretty obvious. The memes, what I mean by that is, did they play as Switzerland and not take any coastal provinces? Did they do something wacky? You know, like playing as Woo. The curse, that's how cursed the map is, and then obviously how impressed we are. Plus, like that's how, for example, you'd conquer the world. That's pretty impressive. Then we'll add any penalties and bonuses we see fit, and it'll give them a final score. Okay, are we happy? So we're starting with Woo. And we'll crack on. We have to take into account the save file here different. Yeah, absolutely, guys. This is a very, I want to be clear, this is a very professional environment we're going into. All right, this is very professional. All right. How are we doing today, chaps? Like, okay, so full disclosure. I wasn't planning on streaming today. I was planning on setting up assets for the stream. So, in fact, whilst we wait for people to arrive, I'd like to ask you a favor. What kinds of things do you think I should put in my streams? Like, should I get have a starting soon screen, coming back screen? Those are things I think I need. I want to get like some decent alerts, some fresh emojis, you know? What do you think? VTube model, okay. Great. All right, well, let's start looking at the save. Let's look around. Okay, that's healthy. That's a healthy amount of economics right there. Why is Tafliat so big? Good question. Let's have a look around. We have Austria-Hungary. We also have Austrian... You want a plushie? I can... Are you plushie in the background? Okay. Should I just switch off my background? Do you want me to just, like, stream... I can just stream to my apartment if you'd like. Let's see. I want everyone... Alright. Everyone at home right now. Close your eyes. Close your eyes at home. I want you to really embrace, like... the catty nature that you might feel. You know what I mean? Right, I should probably be recording this. This will turn into video. I'm genius. This is a video now. Alright, close your eyes, okay? Everyone got their eyes closed? Right, I'm gonna ask chat, do you all have your eyes closed right now? See, yes, thank you. Okay, can everyone say yes if you've got your eyes closed? Thank you. That's great. That's great. That's good stuff. So, I want you to really embrace like the catty, judgmental nature of yourself, right? We're going to be rating these saves for the next couple of hours, right? On a scale from 0, well, from 1 till 5, right? That's what we're doing here. Okay? Don't open your eyes. Sorry, I opened my eyes. Don't open your eyes. You know? Like really get like HR type vibes of like trying to scroll things down, okay? We're stream chat already there. Nice. All right, so to start with, the economic situation. And I'll give you a chance to vote. This is what it's looking like. Making 600 buckets of ducats a month. Most of that's from production. Not that much from trade. Let's see the trade. Hadn't done too much of trade, just saying. Okay. All right, let me get this set up. 0 corruption, that's a good sign. So I only have like 4 options. I don't think this is a... I'm going to give you a range of options to choose from. Like, so I don't think this is anywhere near a 1. You can open your eyes. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, open your eyes. Open your eyes. My bad. Open your eyes. Watch the stream. My bad. My bad. Okay, so on a scale of 2 till 5, there's a poll going right now. So you're going to have to click to vote in the poll. What would you give this economically? I'm honestly, I'm sitting at a 4. I think like a 5 would be there's a shout. And we'll go back and revisit this, but frankly, I think the trade's letting it down a little bit. You know, I think get more from trade. But goddamn, that's a big ass nation. Is he number 1 great power? He is by a good amount, and he's about to be chaps. He's about to be an economic hegemon, but he's not. He's not an economic hegemon, so that's only a 4. That's only a 4. All right. Okay, I think chat agrees. Chat agrees. All right. I should have set up like hotkeys, so because I have a stream deck, right? But right now the only thing on the stream deck is to play the banger song. If those of you who come from like who watched me since like 2020 will know what that song is that I haven't played in about 3 years now. But that's the only button I have on my stream deck. Okay, let's have a little look-see, shall we? Now I, without doxing this individual, need to check who this is. Gecko. Cool name. All right. Gecko is getting a 4. Again, for those of you just joining, we have military, diplomacy, and because it's coded by my girlfriend, if we have someone like a 2 here, it'll, oh god, it didn't work. It'll make it look pretty. Okay, so military, that's what we got to look at next, okay? On board with that? What's the new world? I can't see it all. It's all Spanish, it looks like. Damn near entirely Spanish. Let the save run roll for years to get a hegemon? No. Alright, so the next one's military. So, militarily... Let's see, 115% discipline. Alright, you know what, let's see how it stacks up. Press button for lad membership. You click join, and then we become a member. Alright, army quality. Am I desynced? Or is it good? Like, is my camera desynced? Alright, now, you might think that 150% is solid, but look at all these other nations. People say it's good, some people say desynced. Give me a sec, what we got? Like a microsecond, but it's fine. Well, I could do this. Okay, let's try that. Now I am a box. I've accidentally committed seppuku. Much better, thank you. Cheers, lads. Much better. The saying is so good. Bang. Is that better? Yeah, let's see. No desync. And now I don't have to resize it, right? Perfect. I'll buy a membership if you press the banger song. Look. The banger song is not something that can be bought. The banger song, like, that would only happen in peak times. Like, for example, the one time I got stack wiped as Riga as a one province mine and still managed to bring it back. Everyone was shocked. It was one of the best moments of my career. All right, there you go. Huh? What's again? No, it's fine. Stop it. Oh, right. You mean because I appear. Okay, anyway, let's get back to rating this guy's saves. Or should I do the VTuber thing and like... Let's get back to reading this guy's saves. Sorry, I'm having way too much fun. Streaming's fun, man. I forgot why I stopped doing it. Okay, so... Like, there's a lot, like, discipline-wise, they're on the same level as discipline as Spanish Canada, and a bit, like, slightly better than Great Britain. So it's not fantastic. Morale-wise, they are very good. Best in the world. No real siege ability to speak of. This defensiveness is not there. Professionalism is high, and tradition is the highest in the world. Okay, so the highest in the world are morale, professionalism, and discipline. And tradition, sorry. Discipline's not great, okay? Now let's look at their actual army makeup. 20 with 5s. What the hell is this? What am I looking at? What's the combat with? 38. Okay, so these would all be stacks that go together. I don't hate it. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. It looks like he's ready to attack Russia. All right. People starting to spam numbers. I think it's time we offer chat. Here we go. So 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. You can vote now. Let's see. Who needs quality when you got numbers? That's actually true. We should actually see how many numbers he has in comparison. He has got the largest army on Earth by a good amount. Quality, quantity, economic. Oh, God. Quant, eco, qual. There's a meta player. I feel disgusted. Where's the cannons in the back row? Well, what tech is it? That's true! That's true! That's so true! There's no cannon stacks. No, drop this man down to a 3. There's no cannon stacks. Chat, destroy this man's soul. They're all split up. Nah. There you go. Change that man to a 3. Nice. Good job, guys. Good job. Solid process. All right. We're giving a 3 for that. That's not a 34. All right, let's see his dip. Oh, God, that one didn't. Why is this one formatted? That one isn't. I'm just not going to... I'm going to ignore it. This was originally made with my girlfriend. If you remember, the last time I did this is what the sheet looked like. And then she started making things like spider charts and step-down graphs and stuff. I don't have that ability, chat. I apologize. So, my bad. Okay, so diplomacy. Let's have a look at diplomacy next. Let's see. My dog has a better army. What the hell's wrong with your dog? Hello, Jacek. Chat, condemn this man's soul to eternal damnation. Honestly, it's true. You should. Okay, diplomacy. So the diplomatic situation is 100 mandate Emperor of China. That's hefty with a lot of celestial reforms done. Okay. I think that's already pretty good. What other diplomacies we have? Allied to Spain. Afghanistan is a tributary state and 1 vassal. How do you even rate diplomacy? I would rate diplomacy on like what their impact is in terms of what are they doing diplomatically, right? So this is average, it's like a 3. You know what I mean? Like Mandate of Heaven is pretty good, but no vassals, no allies. Like this is a military game, and we're looking at a holistic game. So he's gonna like some players will gain points here, some players will lose points here. So I'm the coalition. That's actually a good shout. Where do I changed my map mode around recently because I tried to install like the first patch of EU4. Okay, no coalition actually, 0 coalition. Well, let's see how they well, let's see how they develop in a little bit. All right, let's see. You guys get the vote on this. That's all I'm saying. It's up to you. All right, 2, 3, 4, or 5, chaps. Let's see. Spain is a reasonable alliance. I don't mind the Spanish alliance because you got the Navy. 2, damn. Okay, you guys are harsh. 2 is too high. Okay, well, hang on. Let me redo it then, and I'll start it from 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because YouTube only gives me 4 options, right? So I'll start it again. There you go. Let's see. Make sure he gets votes in quickly. What's the diplomatic reputation? Good idea. +2. Really not that great. Okay, people, it's either a 2 or a 1. Jesus, you guys are 1 in the... He's got the full mandate of heaven at 100 and all the reforms done. And you're giving him 1? Okay. All right, we're giving him a 2. You guys are mean. I like it. I like it. You're being very catty. All right, that's a 2. Now we've got stability coming up. Okay. All right. You told us to be evil. I didn't tell you to be evil. I told you to be bitchy, right? And I want you like, and here's what I'm asking for, right? I'm gonna flip my hair back just for emphasis, right? That's the kind of vibe I want. You see what I mean? It's the vibe of like, oh my god, you live like this. You know, that's the vibe. All right, so stability. Let's see. No rebels really. There's 1 set of rebels. 3 stability. No overextension. Exactly like this. I mean, chaps, there isn't even, this is declining as well. There's no, this has to be a 5. It is actually just stable. There's no, right, we're gonna vote immediately. I don't see how they could be doing any better instability wise, you know? It has to be a 5. I really don't know how else they could do it. Like the national unrest modifier is -7. You know? Religious unity is 185%. They're unified with everything. It has to be. That's absolute cinema. That's absolute cinema. That's the stability is straight up a 5. You can't get better than that. This is the most stable game I think I've ever seen. Yeah, look at that. Chat agrees. Good stuff. Glad to see we're not completely insane. We're bitchy, but if we see perfection, we agree with it. What is this? I'm not going to try to change anything. Did this just change? What happened to... I didn't change that. What? Okay. Okay. Someone's in my PC? That was creepy. Alright, so this next one's for the memes. So let's get a clear view of the timeline. And let's see who they started as. I think they released Wu immediately. So starting as Wu, they've gone to conquer everything. My girlfriend's updating the list. I don't know that she is. She could be. I mean, starting as Wu gives him something. Because Wu is not a regular starting nation. I'll give him that. That has to give him something. But like, this isn't very, like, I wouldn't say it's very memey. You know what I mean? Let's see. What is there anything? It just says, so the only thing he said is Wu send help. I don't know why he would need us to send help. But he said, Russia tried to escape to the New World. Check South America. Okay, that feels more cursed than memes. Okay, I will vote. I don't think it, I'm not going to give 5 as an option on this one. Let's see. Tunis though. There isn't the Tunis, which is hurtful. Okay, so 1 to 4. I'll give a max of 4. I mean, yeah, I just don't know that. I don't know that this was too memey. Maybe like a 2. Yeah, I think a 2. Like he started as Wu. It's not like he just started as the Ottomans of France or like a tiny nation. Yeah, I'll give him a 2. Put 3 Portuguese Australia, but he didn't do the memes. So, and this is actually a really good test run. This, right? So we're gonna input the data. It's just, have you realized, chaps, that we are now all, there are hundreds of you sitting down watching us static maps and Excel spreadsheets. So we're giving him a 2. Now this cursed one, this is the interesting one, right? Because the curse side of things is going to be stuff that he can't really implement. This is how terrifyingly, like, how weird the map is, how strange it is. All right? This is where the curse comes in. The memes is something they do. The curse is something that usually the AI does. So let me point out some things here, and shout it out if you want to see anything else. So, Portugal, Australia, I don't think that's too cursed, personally. No Tunis is pretty cursed. There's a little bit of Portugal, nothing too much. Feels like Victoria 3. Nice. I mean, large Taffalet is pretty cursed, and Russian Suriname, that's kind of cursed. You know? Big Augsburg as well, maybe a shout. But again, you wouldn't look at this and be like, oh my god, you know? Ottoman Enclave in Austria, I mean, I don't know if it's too, like, anything too, you know? Maybe like a, I would say, honestly, say a 1 or a 2 for this. It doesn't look, this is not very cursed game at all. I've seen worse, you know? Frightening is downright normal, mate. I think I'd go for a 1. I mean, there's Scotland down here, which I appreciate. Hang on. This is a 2. We've got single island Scottish. We've got sub-Saharan African Scottish. I like that. I like that. Where can I submit saves? Oh yeah, it's probably a good idea, I should say. You submit saves to savesforlath@gmail.com. Okay, so we're going for another 2 on this one. I'm happy with that. I agree with that. All right, and then this final one is how impressed you are by the gameplay, the actual gameplay itself. Like how good you think he played. Like how skillful was he to do everything he's done. This is pretty skillful. I'm not gonna lie. I like starting as Wu to do what he's done. Like, I would say maybe a 3 or a 4 for this. Like, starting as Wu is interesting. He has incredible stability. It's good on all fronts. A 3 or a 4. Minimum for 4 starting as Wu. Yeah, I guess 4, like 3 or 4. Well, we can readjust these. Could have done it faster. It's 200 years. He's conquered all of Japan as well. Like, he's in a pretty good place. Make sure you vote quickly, chats, because I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna keep him up for too long. All right, we're going for a 4. It's close, but a 4. Okay. So Gecko, I'm not gonna include. I don't think we need any like bonuses or malices for this one. We're 4 impressed, and he doesn't get any bonuses. So his final score is 22. Do we have any notes, chats? This is your chance. Just spam what you want me to write in the notes. Just write something. As I get the next campaign ready. Send help. Ooh. Sorry. So your note, the note you want is woo. Really? The note you want is woo. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? What do I have? All right, this is an achievement run. This looks pretty interesting, actually. It's a Hissing Cave for 1 to get 3. To get 3 different achievements. Okay, I like that. We'll do that one next. What are you saying? Ooh is gonna be the notes. Really, guys? Really? Okay. There you go. So this next one. By the way, I want to be clear. He had highest in every category, that guy. In terms of the ending screen in EU4. So this is a Hissing Cave game. Hissing Cave for a genuinely difficult start. And let's see. Hissing Cave from Cutaline. Cutaline, more like cutie, am I right? What if it was like a 14-year-old boy that submitted that? That save, chaps. Immediately regret my decision. That's okay. We move on. No one mentioned it. All right, we're loading up graphics in EU4, and I think we're ready for the next save. Don't say that's crazy. No, lads. Let's not say that's crazy. Let's calm it down. All right. Next one. Don't stop spamming. That's crazy. It's not crazy. Why is it incompatible? Updated flag improvement. Nah, get out of here with mods. So this is until 1781. So this is damn near the end of the game. And I'll read the little. Oh wow. Okay, that's a big Persia. That's a. Okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here, boys. There's a lot going on here. Okay, let me read the email. This is the journey of his and Kiefer becoming #1 great power, spanning from Belgrade to Western India, with France and Ottomans in shambles. Unusual suspects like Wu, Deccan, and Lithuania become great powers. Also got the 3 his and Kiefer Persia machines below. So this is Persia, which is formed Persia and own Egypt, Anatolia, and Greece. The Eagle flies alone, starting as his and Kiefer, reaching force of 500,000, and Saladin's legacies playing his and Kiefer reforged the Ayyubid Empire. All right, let's take a little look around, shall we? What do you think so far, chaps? Spanish Greenland. Oh God. Everything seems fine, and then you look more into it, and the more you look, the worse it really is. That is. What? Sorry, the British. Oh, Normandy's a thing. Okay, right. We're getting ahead of ourselves. So first thing we'll just do is judge the economics. 1.45k a month. Yeah, that's pretty good. What kind of dev are we at? 4,600 development. It's pretty good development. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think economically. What else would we want to look at for economic stuff, guys? I think economically that's pretty solid. Trade dominance. Yeah, actually, see how good the trade node is. So what's this home trade node? This home trade node is worth 400, which is less than the English Channel, which means I think that's probably gonna knock him down to a 4. You know, it's a lot of money, but to get that 5, you need to excel in every single way. You know, every single way. Did he excel in every single way? Who knows? Well, you guys can answer that. That's not much at all for the end of the game, though. Well, I'll let chat judge that. All right, so we start with economics, as always. He is an economic hegemon. There is that. We're giving him a 4. Okay. Oh, man. A 4 it is. Buildings, that'd be a good way to check in future, wouldn't it? All right, let's give him a 4. Militarily now, chaps. Baron, the last guy got 3. Let's see. Hello, Lady Magnus. All right. So, firstly, armies. I mean, it's not even close to the largest army in the world. It's half the size of the British army, which is the largest army in the world. Sure. Force limit, though, is the largest. That was a massively generous 4. Oh, you get to the vote. All right, let's see. Army quality. Morale is the highest. Discipline is the second highest. Siege ability is up there. Defensive is non-existent. Professionalism is up there. And tradition is kind of up there. You guys are saying 2? Damn. All right. What is stacks looking like? Why does he have 2 cavalry in them? I guess, what about a fort placement? Are you going to give anything for forts? Like, look. There are forts everywhere. No love for forts? Any forts? Any forts in the chat? Cav for lot. There's only a couple of them, though. I think it's time to vote. I can't put this off. I did my best for you, buddy. 1, 2, 3, or 4. You're not getting a 5. There's no way you'd get a 5. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, or 4. What good are forts if you don't have an army to go on offense? Well, that's the whole point of forts if you don't have an army to go on offense. A 3. He took... Okay, chaps, he did take naval ideas. So, navally, he's the best in the world. Offensive quantity, religious trade, economic. He's at war right now. He is at war right now. I thought you hated forts. Look, I think forts aren't worth it at the start of the game if you're a small nation. All right. So that's a 4. But what did you guys give him? I forgot immediately. You gave him a 3. A 3. Okay. Diplomacy. Let's have a look. Allied to Lithuania, Poland, and Portugal. So he's allied to one of the great powers there. He doesn't have any vassals. No coalition. And what's his diplomat's reputation? .81. I don't think chat's gonna like that. I don't think chat's gonna like that at all. 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's definitely not 5. Sometimes I might even offer a 6 occasionally, guys. But yeah. Knocked down to 1 by having OPMs in his own territory. He does have 1 OPM in his own territory, but is getting sieged down by peasants, if that's any consolation. Also, tiny little baby Kazan. I can't wait to look at the timeline for this one. A 2? You going for a 2? All right. That's fine. That's fine. We'll give him a 2. Now, this is the stability. Now, the 5 last time was a high bar. You know what I mean? That was a high bar. Let's see. Stability-wise. I mean, there are rebels there. It's +3 stability. So it has to be decent. He does have some rebels, not too many. Religious unity is 118%. He hasn't got everything converted to him, but it's pretty high. Over governing capacity? He is over governing capacity. 1 is bad, 5 is good, yes. Crown power, estate land's pretty good. Alright, I'm not offering a 5 for this. That coveted 5, it's not happening. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. France still has Paris somehow, do they? Champagne exists. Okay, we're going to get to the curse one later because I feel like this is going to score pretty highly on that one. Alright, that's a 3. I'm noting it down. I'm noting it down. That's a 3. So this one is the memes. Now, this is going to sound harsh. I am going to offer a 0. I don't think there are any memes at play. Hissing Caper is impressive and he'll score highly for that. But I don't think there are any... wait, having said that, Naval Ideas is pretty memey. Maybe that's worth 1. What else could they possibly have done that would be memey? Not Zoroastrian. There's nothing special about that. Should time I will do when we get to like cursed and impressed. Where do you send saves? You do. You send them to savesforlaith@gmail.com. Maritime as well. Maritime. Okay, that might have saved him a little bit. All right, let's go. 1, 2. Actually, I'm gonna offer I'll offer a 0. 1, 2, or 3. So the highest he can get is 3. The lowest is 0. What kind of memes? How memey do you think this is? I would say a 1 personally. It's not memey. Like it isn't like he has naval ideas, which is pretty funny. But other than that, I don't look at this and go, haha, you know? Like it is simple as that. Like it'd be memey, for example, like. For clarification, what I mean by memey is amusing things that are potentially against the run of play. You know what I mean? Like, you play as this weird nation to try and do this strange thing. Or you have a tiny little vassal of like a 1-province minor in your borders that you never kill. That sort of stuff is what I consider to be memey. Also, like the stream. I can see 91 of you like the stream. There's 500 of you here, chaps. Some of you letting side down. I'm just saying. Not to name names, Dan, but it's you. Alright, so that's a 1. Now, how cursed is it? Let's look at a couple of things. Firstly, we have the Ottomans stretched in 3 different pieces, but this is Ottoman Carpathia because I believe their capital is somewhere else. Let's see. Yep, the capital is over here in Crimea. That's the first thing that pops into my head. We have a great power Lithuania, who are independent. Let's look at the timeline in a sec, but we have British France, but France still owns Paris. Brittany is a thing. We have Normandy, which is, to be clear, like England doesn't have any cores on Normandy. They just attacking Normandy, which is already a bit strange. Tunis is a 1 province minor in Sousse. That's not great. Danzig is alive and kicking, and they're not a vassal, to be clear. But the Teutons are also alive. With a 50 development province, we have Saxony and massive Strasbourg. Strasbourg, by the way, are the 4th rank great power. And they're not even the emperor. They're just different like that. How the hell have they done that? I'm so excited to see this. What else we got? What else we seeing here? If this isn't a 5, if this isn't this might be a 6. This might be a 6. You're right. I might offer a 6. Ming has exploded, but it's still alive. And it's in multiple different pieces. We've got big Transoxiana. Punjab exists. Why are you guys going, ooh? Oh, right, because it's... Okay, that's even more cursed because Wu is backwards. How? How does that even happen? I've never seen that before in my life. Why is Wu backwards? Why is it ooh? All right, that's fine. We move on. Is there anything else that's particularly cursed? Ottoman Angola is pretty bad. Did the Ottomans take colonial ideas? Yeah, I got exploration ideas. Nice. Ottoman La Plata, chaps. So we got Ottoman La Plata before we got GTA 6. It's crazy. And all of this, Spanish Louisiana, we got Norwegian Mexico. We got Norwegian Mexico, chaps. And then we just have this dude, who I think is modernized, by the way. Chactamal has modernized, and it's completely independent. And Musica is alive and allied to the Portuguese. I mean, this is as cursed as it gets, really. Gotland still survives. Right, let's look at the timeline. Let's look at the timeline. Let's keep an eye on Strasbourg and Hisinkever. So he's playing Hisinkever. Oh my God, look at that. Okay, we'll have a look. Okay, no. We'll have a look at him in a second and how he came across. I want to just look at particular areas of interest. Hey, Pravis. Like, does our taste more judgmental? Kind of. Let me show you what we're doing here. We are physically ranking people and putting them in an Excel spreadsheet. So these are the different categories. The next one we're doing right now is cursed from a scale of 1 till 5. But this is so bad we have to give it more. Yeah. So Orléans has somehow broken out and has started taking French land. Okay, Burgundian inheritance kind of happens. But what's the point? Okay, Champagne pops out of France. France loses Paris. At some point, Toulouse pops out. Britain forms... Britain, bear in mind, has Normandy, but at some point loses it. So Burgundy starts to consolidate. Dauphiné is a thing. Russia is massively conquering here. Bear in mind, Lithuania is going to expand east soon. And Strasbourg's still not doing anything, even though they are like a massive right, like 100 years in. Spain and Castile. It's probably because it's Aragon. Like, that's probably an Aragon thing. It's probably a little visual bug. So Picardy is a thing, but like France is a 1 province minor. If anything, this is an incredible comeback for France for the last 200 years. Austria-Hungary forms, but they are tiny. And then Hungary forms at the same time as Austria-Hungary. Estonia pops out. I'm still not seeing any movement over here. Later, we should still show the save if I save it. If you send it to you now, you can send it to me now, yeah. So France just kind of chills for the next couple 100 years, and Orléans loses all of its original land to Champagne, and Strasbourg has begun its conquest, which means Strasbourg did all of this in about 100 years. Nah, this is remarkable. Meanwhile, Kazan, big Kazan there. And Russia's just gone. I didn't even check Russia. France is disappeared. So France gets formed by Orléans. France disappeared and got formed by Orléans. That's why they have it. So when does Normandy pop out? Strasbourg is just conquering. There's Normandy getting popped up. Probably like, I don't know, maybe I don't know what caused that. And Strasbourg is just consolidating the HRE. Oh, I have to see what happened in Russia here. I have to. We should be moving on to the next save, but this is too weird. So Muscovy is massive. Kazan should die at this point. Russia forms. They're doing great. They conquer all of Sweden. And they're stretching out eastwards, as they should do. So what happens to them? But Kazan just takes land from them. That means they can't control east and west. So their army might actually be trapped in the east. Then, yeah, that's exactly what happened. They got trapped in the east, and then there were separatist movements over here. Weakening Russia further. I might have to bump this up even more. This is the most cursed game I've ever seen. Okay, well, it is a scale from 1 to 5. We're gonna offer a 6, and then we can assign bonus points if we feel like it. Okay. That's kind of insane, though. I will say this: if 80% of you pick 6 here, I will offer a higher one. How about that? If 80% of you offer yeah, I think that's a fair amount. I think that's fair. Oh my god. Are you gonna do it? No shot. That's so many. It's 84 right now. 80% of you is close. Oh! Oh! You might not get it! You might not get it! Alright, it's just under. It's just under. Alright, how about this? I will offer a 6 or a 7 then. Okay? I will offer a 6 or a 7. Let's see what you guys think. I'll offer a 6 or a 7. I personally think it's probably a 6 and we can assign bonus points. It's close. I think to give a 7 might be a bit much. Because it's cursed, don't get me wrong. But like, think about how hard it is to get a game like this. Alright. It's 50-50. Get your votes in now. Alright, I think it's a 6 then. It's a 6. And then I will potentially offer a bonus point. Alright. And now we have how impressive this is. Starting Hissing Cave is pretty impressive. Alright. Starting Hissing Cave is very impressive. So let's see what you did. So, Hissing Cave. Instant conquest. Straight into Akiyuna. It's a hard start. Goes up here. Does everything right. Takes a couple of bits of land from the Mamluks. And then at this point you want to slam. Yeah, so he's really serious of us, I think. Pretty solid. And it's pretty solid, like. It is impressive. It's not like the most impressive thing I've ever seen, but it's fairly impressive, yeah. At this point he'll form the Ubids. Alright. And then he'll form Persia soon. Yeah, I mean, well, I'll offer the 5 as the max for this one. I don't think we need to go too crazy with it. 3, 4, 5. Wait, sorry. 2, 3, 4. Adoption 5. Bang. In the meantime, I'm gonna see if I can get my alert box going. I don't know what the alert box does. It's gonna sound weird, but does anyone mind like becoming a member or donating, please, so I can test if this works? Could someone give me a hand? I want to see if the alert box is working. Alright, in the meantime, it looks like a 4. Okay, yeah, I'd agree with that. It's pretty impressive. It's not like the most impressive thing I've ever seen, but it's hard. Alright. So this is what we're looking at right now. That's hidden me. Well done, life. His cave didn't pop out of him. It's just a bug. Alright. That's actually the feature, like, if they don't include it in EU5, I'm gonna be pretty upset. I love that feature. Alright. So, this is current points. Oh, thank you. Did it work? Appreciate it. So now, this guy's just gonna jump. So you can see it's not my custom stuff. This is why I've got to get set up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for the $2, bro. I need to test my things. All right. It works. Good. Well, you know, it's just in case. Because I had to set up a fresh new thing. Okay. So. What are we thinking? What notes? Give me some notes. Ooh, for notes? Really? Ooh is gonna be the note. Alright. Spanish green is pretty bad. Ooh, okay. Right, sure. Note. Ooh. all the notes can be variants of this. Alright. I'll let you guys decide if he gets bonus points or not. In the meantime, I'm gonna find another save for us to look at. I've got loads of new ones since the start of this. What do we have? Okay, this, I have to see this. Sorry, I'm reading like what can only be described as something terrifying. So I have to see this. I have to see this. There's no way this is real. If I'm reading this correctly, I'll read it out to you guys, but we got a big one next. +1 bonus point. Oh yeah, and price is 4. My bad. Okay. I kind of also want to send in a bad save file, you know what I mean? That's like, it's not cursed. It's really boring. It's just... Oh. Someone's following on Twitch. Why does that pop up? Why does someone follow? I'm on YouTube. Why does follow on Twitch pop up? By the way, someone reached out to me from Twitch and they were like, "Hey, we just want to check how you're growing so much, given that you don't stream." Because okay, right, so people are gonna start following on Twitch now, huh? You think you're funny? Yeah, you think you're funny? Chat? You know I don't have the technical ability to stop this. But yeah, it was rather amusing because I had like a whole meeting. Okay, great. I had a whole meeting where they were like, "Well, how did you do this?" Because I went from like 2,000 followers to like I think 10,000 or something, 10 to 15,000, without streaming in 2 years. And they were like, "Huh, how did you do this?" Okay, right, this is gonna be a fucking annoying voice. Oh my god, it's the guy from the E4 trailer. Yes, it is. What do you guys think of that? Were you happy with it? I was pretty happy with it. All right, that's gonna get... I gotta find a way to switch that off. All right, so this one is called California. And he said he formed the caliphate as California. Which, if it's true... Oh my god, he did. Oh my god, he did. He formed the caliphate. Right, let me switch. Okay, I can switch off from here. Followers. There you go. I can turn it off now. Ha. There you go. I turned it off. How is it doing it still? Yeah, it's turned off. How are the alerts still working? How? How? I turned it off. Oh wait, is there a backlog? Oh god. Oh, you bastards. Oh, there's so many. Oh, there's so many. Oh, there's about 100. What if I just did this? Okay. Will it go again? Okay, I think I fixed it. Cool. All right. Here you go. Let's have a look. So let me read you the little intro to this one, chaps. Highlight. Tory community person said to send my most memorable campaign. 2 years ago, I formed the Caliphate as California for the pun. Saving can be opened in the current patch. Started as Ternates, colonized the islands of North America, stole a baddie from Pate, formed California by feeding Australia all my provinces, then tried to get strong enough and snipe the provinces needed for the Caliphate. Ended with several wars against the Ottomans in Spain, lost the first war against Spain, 1731, had to temporarily give up the California colonial region, which was quite humiliating. Since the save game is 2 years old, new mechanics aren't set properly, and this is from Valeria. just going to put that into the document. But this seems pretty promising, chaps. I like the fact, can I say, I'm going to give a bonus point, regardless of what anyone says, for losing a war and continuing. Because that's something, that's a rare quality. That's a good human. Not a lot of people do that. All right. What do I even call this one? California. All right. So that's where we're at. Can I just mute it? Oh, I have 2 alert bots. Why do I have 2 alert bots? I don't know. All right. So that's the caliphate. Oh, this is horrifying. Britain has Gibraltar. Nice. Just gonna, like, I mean, if this doesn't score highly on memes, chaps, I don't know what does. All right. So, remember, that's not everything, though. Economy. We are less than 100 years out from the end of the game. The Caliph, we're currently sitting at plus 318. Where's this home node? It's Moluccas, which are a measly 108 compared to the 212 over here and 164. So we'll see. Not bad considering the border goal. I mean, yeah, well, we'll see. Again, we have to rate it as if it's like a save of us. You know what I mean? Like a good attempt. He's going to score highly memes, trust me. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, or 4 for his economy. What do you think? I think economy wasn't his play? Well, we judge it nonetheless. All right, it looks like a 2 for the economy. Next up is going to be... Wait, no. Yeah, military next up. So 2. All right, let's see. Militarily. There's advancement effort over here. Okay, sure. I'm going to ignore it. Military. Armies. He has the 2nd largest army in the world, which I was not expecting. 4th highest force limit. I don't hate that. Army quality. He has somewhat near the top. On both. Siege ability isn't there. Defensive isn't there. Professionalism, he has 100. Clearly a skilled player. What else? I mean, I guess we could look at navies. Doesn't have anywhere near the highest navy in the world. In terms of heavy ships. Yeah. I'll let them get down some. Alright, let's see what people are thinking. He does have some cannons. Quite a lot of cannons, actually. Not as many as others, but he has a decent amount. A 3? We're giving a 3 military? I'd have given this a 2. Okay. Fair. Mainly because the Navy weighing it down. That's just me, though. It's out of 5. For this stage of the game, he has a below average military. Why does this man have 217 galleys? Because he operates in the close seas. Alright, chaps. 3 it is. You've got questionable taste. Alright. Now, diplomacy. What's he got going on? Okay, that's a lot of allies. He's allied to Britain, France, Austria, Russia, Tunis, Mombasa, and Timbuktu. Why is this man allied to Timbuktu? I don't know. What else could we see here, diplomacy-wise? Coalition mode, absolutely fine, no problems. Diplomatic reputation, let's have a look at that. +3, so better than the other ones we've seen so far. Who wouldn't ally Timbuktu? I suppose, yeah, fair. I just don't know why you'd do it. I mean, I think this is on the upper end, personally. I think it's absolutely on the upper end. Alright, go on, vote it in then, chaps. I think I'd give this probably like a 4. Personally. He's got the allies. He's allied to Russia, France, Britain. Like, he's allied to everyone that sort of matters. There's no coalition. Yeah, I think it's a solid 4. Make sure to vote quickly, chaps, because it won't last too long. Alright, that's a solid 4. Now we go for stability. How stable is this guy? Ooh. -4 stability. Doesn't have any, like, real rebel problems. Some Ottoman separatists, for sure. 74% religious unity. Not happy with that. Governing capacity is fine. And only +1 stability. No war exhaustion, though. Not the greatest amount of crown power, either. Alright, let's see what you want. Let's see. He is a baddie, yes. But just because he's a it's so good. Alright, we're going... Oh, it's between 2 and a 3. I gotta give this a 2. It's not a 3. There's no way on earth it's a 3. It's not. I don't know who are you voting for? Who's voting for 3? Who are you out there that's voting for 3? Honestly. Absolutely not. There you go, it's a 2. Me. Well, get banned, idiot. Alright, now the memes. Let's not forget, this man started as turn 8, I believe. I can't really see if there's... Oh, has he done anything yet? Has he moved? That's turn 8, by the way. So we started as turn 8. Colonized a little bit of Australia. Then he's going to snipe a baddie from Pate. There you go. He's up here. He's formed California at this point. So the Caliphate formed from Australia, California, and the Southeast Asian region. Cool. And then immediately afterwards, he's gone after the actual Caliphate. Like, you can see him snaking in there. There's another Nick's province there. A couple of war against the Ottomans there. There you go. Another victory. And then he's got a win against Spain. I mean, if that's not a 6, I don't know what is, chaps. If that's not a 6, I don't know. Five. You know the rules? If you get 80% for a 6, I'll offer a 7. That's the rule. That's how it works. 80% for a 6, I'm out for a 7. I don't think we're going to get a more meme game today. That is incredible. That is absolutely phenomenal. All right. I'll offer the chance at a 7. Outstanding in the meme department. Honestly, it is. All right, 6 or a 7, chaps. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What are we saying? Yeah, fair enough. It has to be a 7, right? Yeah. It has to be a 7. It's a baddie as well, chaps. It is a baddie as well. All right, 7. From a scale of 1 to 5, he got a 7. I'm starting to think that my my ordering system isn't great. How cursed is the world? Let's see. What can we see here? I mean, Prussia's a thing. Prussia's a thing. Honestly? Really not that cursed. Breton Guinea, that's one. Are we seeing anything, chaps? Big Biapas. Normal Woo again. G, though, is there. Nobody took Africa. That is true. Barely anyone did take Africa. There's Mossy in 3 pieces. Breton, South Africa. Honestly, it's a 1, which is very impressive to me. That it's not that cursed. Yeah. Yeah. All right. The world just ignoring the Pacific, the Pacific Caliphate. Honestly, I'd give it a 1. It's not cursed. Yeah, it just isn't. Mombasa's there instead of kill, which is interesting. But wait until we get to the other one, you know? Alright, that's a 1. So he's lost out. It's not a cursed world. And then the final one. How impressed are we that he was able to pull this off? How impressive. I mean, you saw the time lapse, guys. How impressive was it? It's a scale from 1 to 5, and the first things were 10 and 8. 2, 3, 4, or 5. If 5 gets 80%, then I will offer a 6. But that is, I mean, it's very, I am very, very impressed. It should get a 5. This is hard. This is hard. I am impressed. They stuck through it. They lost the war and came back. I think it has to be a 5. It's a harsh 4. I'd understand. But I think it has to be a 5 for me, at least. What if 6 gets 80%? Then we go to 7. Yeah, okay, cool. It's a 5. I think that's pretty good. All right. There you go. So there we go. Highest income, most provinces, largest navy, second largest army, highest province value, decent historical score. The historical score of the Californian Caliphate is just about that of Spain. All right, let's see. What does that bring him up to? That means he's got 24 right now. I am going to give him a bonus point for not restarting or not like bowing out, because he did lose. We've watched him lose California. Very impressive. Keep going. What are the notes, chaps? What are the notes? What do we add to this? Start telling me what the notes is, and I'll get ready with the next save. Okay, let's see. There's an interesting one that's just come through in from George. Let's have a look. Let's download this one. What people are saying. What are you all saying? Let's see. California, I baddie. Okay, I baddie. I hate you all. I baddie. All right, this one we have George. I think he's going for. He was playing as Bavaria. I didn't really probably. It seemed interesting to me. You'll see what I mean. Oh wow, that is weird. Okay, that's not at all what I was expecting. How do I describe this to you? So this one. Oh no, okay, I don't know who he played as. I genuinely don't know. Here you go. This is the save. So if he's playing as the Netherlands now. Here's the explanation. Okay. Hi Leif, just thought it'd be interesting to get this a little bit older save judge. Tried to get the Stern de Sudan's achievement, but I got the Burgundian inheritance. From then on, formed the Netherlands, and on my way to Word, I accidentally PU'd half of Europe. Hope you'll judge this. Regards, George. Okay, let's have a little nose around here. Qing and Ming are existing at the same time. I don't like that. That upsets me. Okay, it seems like a good vibes game, you know? Oh, these are all his personal unions. Oh, God. He's got Bohemia, France, and Spain as a personal union. Okay, this guy's going to get a 6 in diplomacy. But let's start with the economics of the situation, okay? He's making 1.61 right now. Okay? 1.61. That's what he's making. 67,000 in the bank. That's a pretty solid economic thing we got going on here. What else we got? 546. Biggest trade node. He's got trade everywhere. Looking pretty good. Someone just subscribed. Do I get notifications of people subscribing to the YouTube channel? Wait, can someone else subscribe? Is that turned on? Why is that a default? This is meant to be hidden behind a paywall. So far this stream, I have made 89 or 93 pence. I've made less than $1. It's amusing. All right. Let's see. Oh wait, subscribe. No, it's subscribed to Twitch. Nah, he's subscribed to YouTube, bro. I think everyone just subscribed. Everyone has subscribed already. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what it's meant to be. Okay. Let's see. What number you guys want to give this? That's my save? Well, welcome. Alright. So, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Here you go. As the current economic situation, it's looking pretty healthy. Doesn't have any inflation whatsoever. We meant to do a video? Yeah, I will. It's my only way to make money off it because I don't make money off streams. I stream for fun. Alright. 73%, say 5. That's it. He's gone to 5. Congratulations. Now we look at the military. Wait. Someone subscribed. Someone say, hang on. People okay, a lot of people just subscribed on YouTube. Someone just subscribed with Prime on Twitch. Someone just subscribed with Prime on Twitch. Look, subscribe with Prime. Do you think I'll do more of these kinds of streams? Yeah, hell yeah, why not? It's fun. It's fun. Plus, essentially, like, let me level with you, chaps. I wanna get like the streams to a good place where like stop subscribing with Prime on Twitch. Why are more of you doing Twitch Primes? I haven't streamed on Twitch in like 3 years. Stop subscribing with Twitch Prime. I haven't been live on Twitch in 3 years. Twitch is gonna reach out to me again. They're gonna think I'm defrauding them. They're gonna think it's a money laundering scheme. Don't do it. No, it's not stop giving me money or anything like that. It's they will flag me for fraud. Christ. Okay, look, let's look at the military. Look, what I was gonna say was I'm gonna get like a whole like, yeah, I want to get Twitch stuff, like not Twitch stuff. Sorry, I want to get Oh my god, why the primes? Here's the thing, right? I'll say, yo, can I have some primes on Twitch? No one would ever give them to me. But the second I'm like, I'm on YouTube, and okay. Ah, great. That's so good. Looks like you need to stream on Twitch soon. Look, here's the thing with streaming, right? I want to, for fuck's sake. I'm making more on Twitch for this stream than YouTube. I'm not even streaming on Twitch. Anyway, what I was going to say is, fuck me. Let me talk. You can mod stream these days? Yeah, but it doesn't feel as good. I don't know. I like it. I'm gonna look into it. There's a lot of stuff I want to look into because I'm like an old school streamer where when I started streaming. That's where like the original name for this channel came from, the social streamers. It happened because I would stream for like 5 people on Twitch, and then even wait, someone gifted a tier 1 sub on Twitch. Oh god, great. That's okay. Failed aim got gifted it to Domher. Look, what? You can give memberships on YouTube, and that has a tangible benefit. There are like vlogs. There are weekly like live behind the scenes stuff. I'm like on Sunday, I'm gonna be doing a lads only. That's what we call the subscriptions, the paid guys. A lad only game. Level 2 hype train on Twitch. There is no shot. Give me a second. There is no. Oh my god. That is... Nah, man. You can't... Okay, 1 second. Let me show this to chat. Look at this. Why do we have a level 3 hype train on Twitch? Alright, well, you're on Twitch, you like it or not. Yeah. What's up, guys? I'm the first streamer to stream my Twitch channel passively and make money off it. This is revolutionary. This is big brain movements. Look at Flory streaming on Twitch like an idiot. Just stream on YouTube and then funnel them like what? Alright, cool. I think we're good now. Alright, so all I was gonna say was I'm an old school streamer, which means I don't have all these bells and whistles that these newfangled streamers have. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't change the brand and switch. I know. You know? I'm used to just clicking go live and that's it. It's level 4 now? Really? Okay. But I'm used to just, you know, I click go live and that's it. But I think I like the idea of having a bit, like a couple of buttons. Like I have 2 stream decks, by the way, because I thought I'd use them. And I used to stream like Alien Isolation, where I would just play, I just play Alien Isolation. So what I'm gonna do now, I think, is I'm turning off the viewer count on stuff. I don't want to look at how many people there are or anything like that. I'm just gonna stream stuff I want to stream. So today I was like, I want to stream people's save files. I don't care about how many people watch it. I'm gonna stream it either way. Hey, someone became a lad. Latina, welcome to becoming a lad. Hey, special place in the Discord, that sort of stuff. But you know, also stream has 2 stream decks. Yeah, a proper stream would have 1, right? There you go. All right, so we're gonna rate we're rating the military now. But yeah, I'm gonna like before I was always like in my head about streaming and like, oh, I need to be on it. Like, I'd never take a break like this to like have a chat and just vibe. I would just kind of be like, okay, next thing. So yeah. Anyway, speaking of the next thing, military. We have the largest military in the world, highest force limit. That's quite good. We have ourselves. All right, navies. Navies wise, we've got the largest amount of heavy ships, largest navy in the world. Oh yeah, the point of the stream. Look, man, it gets freaky. It's a little bit scary. All right, let's see army quality. Decently up there with the morale. Not quite up there with the discipline, but not too far off. Siege ability is number 1. Highest professionalism, decent. I mean, I think it's a 5, man. Vibing's more real, honestly. Yeah, but like since vibing, for example, if I was gonna get into it, I've lost like 100 viewers. But that's kind of like whatever, you know. I don't care. I've made 97 pence on YouTube. I don't count the Twitch revenue. All right, so this for me is a 5. Wait, what do you mean Twitch chat's going wild? What the? Why are there people on Twitch? Leave. Stop it. Bro, there are just people. Look. Look. People have stopped voting in the thing I need them to vote in. God. You guys suck. Go away. Where's the vote, mods? Oh my god. Stop it. Alright, there's a minute left on the level 4 hype train, and then everyone can calm down. That's it. It'll die, and we're good. Right. Let's have a look at the vote now. I've accidentally opened up Photoshop. Black screen, bro. Shut up. Stop it. Okay, so this is a 5. Return to YouTube chat if you gift 100 subs. You said that in YouTube chat, so. Alright. So this one is a 5. Let's look at the diplomacy. Now the diplomacy is where this one really shines. Because if you think about it, he's got a load of colonial nations. He has Portugal, Spain, France, and Bohemia as Persil Union members. He could potentially get... I think he's in the HRE. Yeah, he could potentially get the emperorship, but doesn't quite have that. It's a decentralized empire, which is very weird. What other things we look at? No coalition. And then +6 diplomatic reputation. That's, I mean, chaps. If that's not a 6, I don't know what is. Honestly, like, thanks for including me in my laundering stream. Getting to be part of it. I spent my 5 cent on my bank account very soon. Don't do that. Don't say these things. All right. Right. 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I think it has to be a 6. Frankly, I think I might not even like consider it if you guys don't pick 6. Like, I don't know what else the high diplomacy would be otherwise, you know? All right, what's me? We got a 6 in diplomacy. All right, and now let's check out stability. I'm still over here, aren't I? Nice, good viewing experience that, Lath. Well done. Professional streamer. All right, 6 for that. Let's see. Now we need to see. What's that? Stability. He has 3+2 stabilities under his governing capacity. There is not a single rebel. Stop subscribing to it. There's not a single rebel. There's not one. So, yeah, I don't know that you could do better than that. 100% reduced unity. Good crown land. This is just. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. So stupid. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you'd probably hit him with the 4 or 5 on this. I don't know. I think it has to be a 5. Like, I don't know how you could do better than this. Again. 1643. I mean, yeah, I don't know that you could do better stability-wise. The save is hurting my EU4 self-esteem. This is only 200 years in. Yeah, this is pretty impressive. Yeah, 5. This is a very, very good save so far. But where it's not gonna do too well. The memes. That's what's up next. The memes, and this doesn't feel very memey to me. Let's see. So he said he got Burgundian inheritance. So we don't actually know who he was playing as. He was playing as Bavaria. And then he formed the Netherlands. Okay, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Nah, that's kind of funny. That's got to be a 2 or a 3 for me. That's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. 2, 3, 4, or 5, chaps. Bavarian Britain, you don't like that? That's pretty memey. I think it's pretty good. But he started as Bavaria and went over to the Netherlands. I'd agree with a 3. I'd agree with a 3. I think that's good. I think 3 solid. All right, and then how cursed is the save? Big Bohemia. That's the first thing. But I think you might have engineered that. We've got reformed Prussia. Denmark Perm exists. I mean, Qing and Ming being at the same time is kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is dumb. So what happened here? Zhangzhou started to grow. They formed Manchu. They attacked Ming once and won. And they continue to grow. And then what? Yeah, they attack and form Qing. That is pretty cursed. Ming and Qing alive at the same time is pretty bad. You see anything else, chat? Tria being so close and being so close in color and right on the border raised my blood pressure. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't even notice that. That's pretty... I'm not gonna lie, guys. That's pretty cursed. Tria's pretty cursed. They got no world wars. New Denmark. There's a Danish New World. Guys? Jolofian Patagonia, anyone? Hmm? Pretty bad. Kong and Congo. It's a solid, like, 3 in my opinion. Because for me, you got the Qing and the Ming. You got Kalka, who are a Orthodox horde. Okay. What else do we have here? Big Padua. Oh, they're a vassal though. That doesn't count. Yeah, I think. Can you check Taiwan? Yeah, sure. Russia has part of Taiwan. Good shout. That's got to be a 2 or a 3 to me. All right, get your votes in, chaps. Get your votes in. Who's Emperor of China? Qing is. With no decrees. And no tributaries. No, they got 1. Solon. 3 because of Taiwan? Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's pretty cursed. Alright, and then finally, how impressed are you that he was able to do this? Like, at the entire save, to be clear. 2, 3, 4, or 5. It's pretty impressive gameplay. It's not particularly, like, insanely challenging. I would say I'm pretty impressed with the puzzle units. Like a 3 or a 4 for me. People saying 5? You're 5 impressed by this? A 3 or 4, it's skilled gameplay. But it's Bavaria into getting the begun inheritance is the fundamental starting point of it. Which isn't that impressive. We're going for a 4. Okay, I think I'd go for a 3, but chat spoken. And that is a very, very impressive score here. If I show this. You guys gone? Cool. Nice. They've left. All right. So it's a score of 31, which is very impressive. He scored 5 out of 5 in economics, 5 out of 5 in military, 6 out of 5 in diplomacy, 5 out of 5 stability, 3 out of 5 for the memes, 3 out of 3 out of 5 for cursed, 4 out of 5 for being impressed. I am going to give him -2 for being Dutch. I don't make the rules up. That's just how it is. I'm sure Florida agreed with me. Now, what message do we have? What do we have? Who the hell filmed the Mughals? Like, see Timmy. Someone filmed the Mughals? They did. Who did film the Mughals? Alright, you can't see this, can you? I don't know who filmed the Mughals. Did Delhi film the Mughals? Can Delhi do that? Can Delhi do that? What do you have against my country? Me and my countrymen, Leif. -2 for being Dutch. Yeah. I don't make the rules. It's look. It's written right here. -2 for being Dutch. What can I do? Is that legal? It's there on the sheet. I have a strict sheet, and it says -2 for being Dutch. I feel like he's making up the rules, but all right. No, look, chaps. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe me that it says -2 for being Dutch on the screen. Like on this piece of paper. See? Exactly. And it makes sense. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? I'll prove it to you. Give me a sec. We're gonna prove this right now. Oh, I think you knew I was coming. I was gonna ping a message to Flory. He just would have lied. Screw it. We'll talk to Midge.
Indeed, we will.
He's playing Kingdom Come Deliverance right now, chat. Give me a sec.
And then we'll plan what's next.
Midge, can you confirm that the Dutch get -2? I'm streaming and the people want to know. What do you think, chat?
Midge, can I confirm that the Dutch get -2? I'm streaming, the people want to know.
Oh.
Can you confirm that the Dutch get -2?
Come on. Come on, Midge. Can you confirm?
Context. I'm
Quickly!
I don't know the context, but I'm just going to say yes.
Yes! There we go, chat! There we go! That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I leveled up. Have a good stream, Lath.
There we go.
Hey, Lath, guys. Subscribe to Parabellum.
Yeah! There it is. There, look, confirmation. I clearly didn't make it up. Democracy just works. It just works. All right. Now I need some notes for this one, chaps. I need the free promo. That's my boy Midge. If you're not already watching Midge, then I don't know what you're talking about. Same thing with Parabellum. All right, so let me find a new save. Coercion. That's gonna be the note. All right, what's the note? Also find a new thing. Got any more curse saves? Right. Is there anything interesting here? This one is called Teutons, the EU4 Prussia 11 and 611. It's failed. So is this from failed? Okay, I'll get this one in, and then we'll see what notes you guys have put in here. Now, I want to be very clear. This one already says _backup _backup. For those who don't know, that means he restarted a couple of times. You know, if you know, you know. I need to move myself back over here. Okay. What are we saying? So what's the note, chaps? What's the note? We have been in serious problem. I love that. We have been ein serious problem. There you go. So this next one is Teutons. And it's from failed? Either he's called failed or is failed. We'll find out. Alright, here we go. GG, I hate EU4 players. What does that mean? Oh, I've just... Why is the EU4 capture not working anymore? There you go. Alright, so, playing as Prussia. I like this because it's not as high skill as the others. I'm just gonna say that bluntly. It was in response to the California thing, lol. What? Why? You know, we destroyed your fleet behind one of the best protected ports by just going with the shit through it, but at least you're not French. Look, I'm not trying to look, the Dutch had one of the most outsized impacts for their population size of any nations on history. That doesn't mean, like, I have great respect for the Dutch people. I don't know why people thinking I don't like the Dutch. It just says here -2 points. I like the Dutch. I have been to the Netherlands. I like the Dutch, but it just says -2. I can't do anything about that, can I? Am I wrong? It says it on the sheet. I can't do anything. Simple as that. So who wrote that on the paper? That's not, look, that's not the question. That's not the question. Who wrote the page length? Nah. Chaps, that wasn't the question. The rules are the rules. The sheets don't lie, much like Shakira's hips. Okay? So it's as simple as that. We're not talking about it. All right, let's move on. We have a new save file. So this one. Sorry, it's sad that some people are still born Dutch even with modern medicine. Nah, that's wrong. You can't. I didn't laugh at that. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not okay. That, like, I want to say, I don't condone that behavior. That's so funny. Okay. I mean, it's still funny. Okay. Okay. Let me tell this. So this is hi. Teutons the Prussia was hoping to dismantle the HRE for a very early Germany, but couldn't find the chance to. Plus, I became emperor. So, from the outset, the fact that you've said that you tried to dismantle the HRE but accidentally became the emperor. Also, there are no electors. Did you just win the League War? War? There's no Catholicism. Okay, well let's begin. Economy. He has 3 loans, totaling 1,200. He's only making $30 a month. Trade nodes wise, it's really not looking great. It's not good. Bear in mind the scale is from 1 till 5, so let's see what people say. Hasn't integrated Livonia order yet? That is true. We'll get to deployments in a bit. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Check when Stereo got released. Was it in the League War? I don't know. Alright, that's a 2. Where are you? That's 2 for economic. Now, military. Now, this is Prussia, so I've got high hopes. Ah, is he here? To be fair, I remember really... Oh, no, it's not him. I remember really struggling to make money as Prussia when I picked the game up. Yeah, Prussia's not exactly a rich nation. You've got some rich provinces, but you're not particularly rich yourself. Okay, so, military. Does he have the full ideas sorted? He has a good amount of militarization. He has full Prussian ideas. He has quality here and defensive. Interesting. So, size-wise, it's not one of the largest. Even slightly. He's got a smaller army than Denmark. But he does have a good amount of manpower. Force limit-wise is one of the larger ones. That's the start. He has a much better... I mean, guys, this is ridiculous. That is a big difference between the second highest. That's huge. Discipline-wise is better than everyone else. Defensiveness isn't even up there. Professionalism isn't up there. Tradition is high. So he's got some good things going for him. Navally. He has 7 ships. He has 7 ships. I'm just gonna pop it up there now. I think I've said all I need to say. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Like a solid 3 for this, personally. That's what I would be at. It's average. He's in an average position. His military is good. It's not particularly big, and he doesn't have a navy. Navy's gonna bring it down a huge amount. Wow, it's your call. Everyone go ahead and like the stream. I can't have 258 likes. If everyone liking the stream right now liked it, we'd get double that. Let's just take it. You know what? Just gonna wait a sec. Just go like the stream. Okay, we're just gonna chill. There we go. Okay, a lot of people like the stream now. Thank you. Fine, Dad. I'm not your father. I'm sorry. I wish I was. So you could disappoint me in different ways. Anyway, right. Let's crack on. Isn't how maths works? Yeah, it is. I'm the one with the microphone. That means I get said. Dad is such a narcissist. Am I that? Did I get hit with dad streamer energy? Is that how we're at now? Is that the place in my life? I used to be a young whippersnapper on the Paradox scene. You know what the weirdest thing for me was that when I met some of the newer streamers, right? Victoria 3, CK3, EU4, that lot. And I meet them in person, they go, yeah, no, you're one of the reasons I started making content. You know how bad that hurts me? You know how bad that hurts? That used to be me, and now suddenly I'm entrenched. When did that happen? I wanted to be like the disruption on the scene. I wanted to be like, disrupt the elites. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't really know. One of them called me Unk. Nah, that's nasty. I'm still young. Let me live. Yeah, I've been making Paradox content for a long time, but still, that's the dream. No, it's not. The dream is to be the young whippersnapper. I don't be the old guy. Don't call me uncle. I don't want to be given unk status. You know what I mean? I don't want to be entrenched. Because think about it. I'll never have the legacy of like ISP, Quill, Judernal, that lot, right? But I don't have the momentum of the newer guys. It's over for me. I'm washed. What's Unk yapping about? No. Don't pretend I'm like, oh, what's he talking? All right, granddad, let's get you to bed. Let's not, midlife crisis streamer. Yeah. You were in the EU5 Sounds and dude, you're in the definition of entrenched. I could be a young whippersnapper and still be in the announcement. Don't do this to me. Just read Unk status. No. Legitimately, you reminded me EU4 exists. I was playing CK3 with watching Koi, and he introduced me to your content. See, Koi, that's a guy you give Unk status to. Koi Fish, you know? He has Unk status. He's been playing since CK2, you know? He's literally part of the institution. No! Oh, no. It's so over. My dad says whippersnapper. You're my first taste of EU5. I'm glad. Listen, Lath has forgotten more about the EU4 scene than you live for. Maybe, yeah. Koi is younger than me? You think Koi Fish is younger than me? You think Koi Fish and Simo are younger than me? What, 28? I'm 26. I'm not Unk status. Life going speed 5. I literally went and saw Koi Fish the other day. He was building a garden. I saw one of yours for the first time. I was 15. I'm 22 now. What do you mean? What video did you watch of mine? Oh God. Let's move on. Diplomacy. Actually, some great allies here. Let's see. Sweden, Hungary, Ottomans, France, Styria, Spain, Venice. Some good allies. That's solid. Is supporting the independence of Denmark against who? Wittenberg. Okay. Doesn't have too much. Doesn't have any coalition. Let's see. All right. Let's see what you guys think. All right. 2, 3, 4, or 5. I think it's a solid 2 or 3. You don't have any vassals. Like, he has 2 vassals. He has Saxony as well. Maybe a 2 or a 3. You still got it on. Bro saw the fall of Constantinople. Nah. Boys. Let's not forget he's the Holy Roman Emperor, guys. So that's a 3 for me. He is the Emperor. You know? He is the Emperor. Too early to the game to make anything super cursed. Oh, my sweet summer child. No! How was it like during the 100 Years' War? You must have an eyewitness account. Man, you're Get your ass back to bed, Ron. All right, we'll go 3. All right, let's see stability now. Man, you know what, guys? I'm having a good time. I'm having a really fun time. Thank you. I appreciate it. All of you at home, even when you're saying I'm old. This is fun. I enjoy this. It's been a while because I don't know. I don't looking at how many viewers there are. I'm actually enjoying like interacting with the viewers, which I think was always my problem before. Because I'm a very like numbers-minded person in terms of like I always want to improve my content. I gotta realize streaming for me, like I want to do it for fun. I don't want to do it for numbers. So yeah. I feel like none of these streams stay on the task at hand. None of these streams. Late old enough to be in the Yogs cast? Ah, don't. I would actually love that. Don't take that away from me. I'd love to be in the Yogs cast, dude. Yeah, you know, I'm not. Oh, I was about to reveal something. I can't reveal it. I was in high school when I started watching late. Now I'm a university graduate. That's fun. Like graduate isn't you finished? All right, so what is up next? Stability. +1 stability. He has a couple of problems. He's a little bit overextended. Not 100% religious unified. It is a 2 or 3 for me. State land's looking pretty good for this time. Yeah. I think it's pretty good. 2 or 3 for me. 2, 3, 4, 5. Later by the black players now making content for us. What an uncle. That's nasty. Why do I feel like Lath can speak French? I can. Well, okay. So here's the thing. I went to France at one point with my girlfriend. So that's a 3, by the way. Right? Went to France at one point with my girlfriend. And it was nice. She got so excited. She could practice her French, that sort of thing. And she'd like get into conversations with people. And they'd say something she wouldn't understand, so I'd tell her what they were saying. And she was like, well, why aren't you speaking to them if you speak French? I was like, here's the thing. I choose not to. I choose not to. Like, I like it more that I know how to speak French, and I choose not to. It feels so much more dramatic to do that than to not be able to speak French. I choose to not speak French. You know what I mean? I was sure about that. Frenchy here, you have a good accent. Thank you, I appreciate it. But I choose not to speak it. Can you speak Dutch? Not even a small amount. Hello from France. Bonjour. Salut. Right. The memes. How memey is this? Now, I will say, firstly, I need to pull down my curtains a little bit because it is boiling in here. Just give me a sec, chaps. I will say, there was an unintentional meme here. You're saying 0. But the meme here is that he wanted to dismantle the HRE, but ended up the Emperor of the HRE accidentally. If that's not a flaw of 2, I don't know what is. Not because he tried to do it, but because that is very funny. You know what I mean? That's a 1. Isn't it more cursed than a meme? I wouldn't say it's... Well, you could make that argument if you want. I'll let you decide. I'll put a 0 on there in case you want it. So max of 3, minimum of 0. I would say it's probably a 1 or a 2. The map lacks any memes. Well, that's when we get to the curse section. You're going for 1? Okay. Fair. 1. How cursed is the map? Okay. Let's have a look around. So firstly, that's pretty cursed already. Alright, let's start with that. It like Italy being reformed Venice, kind of cursed. Not gonna lie. There being not enough electors, kind of cursed. Styria, Nitria, don't like that. Big Russia, we can't quite see the HRE. Can I? No, there's no, it's Iron Man, so I can't turn off this. What else we got here? The Mamluks. We got colonial Mamluks, chaps. We have colonial Mamluks. That's pretty cursed. Looks like the Mamluks have territory around here. Alright, that's something. Aragon being exiled to Italy. They are. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cursed. What else we got over here? The New York just hasn't really been colonized. I mean, the Inca formed. Ooh, I love this music, man. Been using it for like 5 years now. This music. Do 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 do. So good. All right. Tunis exists. Tunis in South America, is there? Tunisian Suriname. That's pretty. That's pretty cussed. What else we got here? I would say that's mostly it that I can see. So we've got Mamluk colonizing, Tunis colonizing. We have France having one randomized province over here. We have the religious map mode. It's a solid 3 for curse for me. It's pretty cursed. Delhi, Persia. What are the great powers looking like? Is there a woo? I think it looks like there is, yeah. All right, chat. So see what you vote for. I will offer a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4. Take it or leave it. All right, it's between. Looks like it's between 2 and 3 right now. Get your votes in. All right, I think a 3 it is. All right, and then finally, how impressed are you with the gameplay? Accidentally became Emperor HRE in Colonial Tunis. It's pretty cursed. All right, so let's see. Started out as the Teutons as well. Immediately won that first war. Chunk out Bohemia. Bigger chunk. Bear in mind, it's only 1611. Sat here for a couple 100 years. Chunk out Lithuania. Chunk. It's, I mean, it's not bad. Let's see what we think. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Probably like a 2. It's not bad. He's not made any mistakes, really. Feels a bit slow. Fair. I look forward to the first EU5 save review with no one knowing how to play the game. That'll be quite funny, yeah. Alright, so we're going for a 2. So our lowest score yet. But I appreciate it being sent in nonetheless. Okay, so this is where he stands. What's the note? Let's bring up the next save chats. What's the note we're going for here? Ooh, I've got an interesting one coming up next, chaps. At least I think I do. All right. Now, I do want to point out one thing. And I think we do this going forwards, if you guys are okay with it. -1 because of backup. Yeah, it's backup _ backup. Spam yes if you think he should get a -1 for backup. Spam no if you don't think so. Yeah, you do? Okay, there it is. So he's -1. And the notes are backup _ backup. It's only one. You should see some of mine that are like backup. All right, this one is 1820, so he's gone all the way to the end of the game. I kind of felt like giving a +1 for that. But it's an Inca game. Okay, it's an Inca game where it's all the way, I mean... okay. There's almost not room for it being cursed. So this is Vinicius. They're in chat. Hello. Everyone say, all right, everyone spam hi Vinicius, please. Also fill out the details. Vinicius Inca. Sort of. Really? Hello, Spud. All right, that's pretty. We got a pretty friendly chat. Okay, so Inca. Pretty insane Inca, and these are sunset colonies. If you don't know, they're like the inverse colonies. I don't like how this map makes me feel. Now, I don't think it's gonna be. You're not gonna score very highly on the curse side of things. Okay, so starting out with economy. Okay, do I even bother? Or did you just want to give him like a straight 6 now? Or 2, 3, 4, or 5. If 5 gets 80%, I'll up it. Because that is an insane amount. I mean, I'm just launching it now because that is a stupid amount of money. Yeah, okay. Let's see. So we're going to go for a 5 or a 6. If 6 gets 80%, we'll bump it up to a 6 or a 7 and we'll vote from there. That's how I think I'm going to do these votes for like the more extreme ones. Where's the trade capital? Dude, I don't even know. I respect that he's kept his trade capital in the Caribbean. Oh, okay. It looks like it's going to be a 6 or a 7 now. What do you even vote on basically world conquest? I mean, you know. That's why it's a good save. 6 or 7. Let's see. Damn, you guys want a 7 for this? It's close. It's close. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. All right, 7 it is. All right, we got a 7 here. Now for the military. Do I even bother? Bros, by the way, the reason I think he deserves a 7 is he's still building buildings. The game has like 1 year left. Oh, like literally a couple of months left. He's still building buildings. Okay. Let's see. Military. Okay. I think he has 1.8 million troops. And a force limit of 4 million. Let's check the army quality. He has not as high discipline as everyone else. And not as high morale. Siege ability's up there. Professionalism's up there. Tradition's up there. Alright, 2, 3, 4, or 5. He didn't build a force limit. That is right. You are correct. $8K in 18 in the end game is more impressive than $8K in 1700. Yeah, absolutely. People saying a 4? I'd love to see what a 5 is. But yeah, okay, 4. Well, a 5 was that Bavaria game, apparently. Diplomacy. Now, I think we have to give him credit here, because diplomacy-wise, he does have a lot of subjects. And that's kind of the point of diplomacy, isn't it? Look at all these different subjects. Like, we have to give him that. Doesn't have any allies. We don't need him, really. He's the military hegemon as well. Yeah, I think I like... Let's see what happens. But I think it has to be a 5, surely. He has a load of subjects. Like, it has to be a 5. Bro's maxed out on all text as well. It has to be a 5. How do you submit saves? Send them to savesforlathe@gmail.com. Not just your EU4 ones, by the way. I'm tempted to do one for my for CK3 and for Victoria 3 and for other games. Hoi 4 as well. Why not? Yeah, actually, that would be fun. I get Hoi 4. I'll ask Bittersteel to come and do it with me. If it was done militarily, why does it count as diplomacy? Might be a stupid question. Because the rules are arbitrary and the Dutch get -2. Okay, so it's at 85 for 5, which means we bump it up to a 5 or a 6. Where's Imperator Rome? Well, EU5 is basically Imperator Rome 2. So, I think we won. Let's see, 5 or a 6. Looks like a 6. It's close. It's very close. How impressed are you by the diplomacy? It's very, very close. I would say like a 6 is probably like Vassal Swarm territory versus this. I mean, this is essentially Vassal Swarm, I guess. All right, he gets a 6. It's a very convincing one here. Stability. How stable is he? That's a lot of rebels. He's on stability 3, but that's a lot of rebels. Wait, no, those are from his subjects. So he has no rebels. That's 0 rebels. 160 over religious unity. However, I think a lot of these are from, yeah, trading companies. So these aren't... He's converted a lot of it to Inti, though. I'm trying to find any holes in this man's game. Chat, can we find any problems? He has minus 16.18 unrest. I don't... This has to be a 5 or 6. Damn. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got to be a 5 or 6, realistically. He has 100 Inca authority as well. This is as stable as you get. Sorry, I changed map modes. I was expecting there to be an explosion of color, and there wasn't. 90%? Oh, you want, like, say it's a 5? Okay. Let's see, 5 or 6. By the way, can you check if trade company setup is optimal? What the what do you want me to check exactly? I don't know what that would mean. All right, it's a 6. Now the memes. It's an Inca into Sunset Invasion, which is pretty memey. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the most memey thing in the world. Like, again, we had like the California earlier. I would give it a 2. It's pretty, you know, it's not your most usual start. Like a 1 would be playing as France, or a 0 would be playing as the Ottomans. You know? It's a sunrise invasion as well. That's true. It's sunrise and sunset invasion. 1, 2, 3, or 4. It has to be a 1 or a 2. It's probably a 2 for me. Let's see. People are saying 3 for memes. 3? Really? Okay, sure. Later Jin, what is that? Usually it's a, God, how would I say this? It's how you say goodbye to someone in a casual manner. That's called Jin. All right, 42. It's an evening alcohol. It's quite good. 4. How cursed is it? Beyond Far's being this color, I wouldn't even say it's that cursed. There's the Zulu. That's not even that cursed. But we'll give him. Let's see. Maybe something cursed happened. Let's see. Did something cursed happen in the game that we didn't see because he was too good in conquering? Which I don't even know if that would count. Honestly, I'm not seeing anything. I mean, Florence Burgundy is pretty cursed. Egypt Islet. Not cursed necessarily, but interesting. Shun is a thing. Okay. Nothing really cursed. This might be a 0 cursed. This is a very, like, apart from, you know, Inca taking over the map, this is a very usual campaign. Unless Vinicius has something to add, I think this might be a 0. Somalia, I mean, again, a darling to that. iSpy is here. Okay, I'll do your save next, iSpy. I did see it. All right, 0, 1, 2, or 3. I would honestly give it 1. It's not cursed. It isn't cursed. I don't think at all. Yep, 1 makes it. And then finally, how impressed are we by this campaign? I'll let it run again. But how impressed are we? Make your case why you're not impressed. Not a world conquest. Mwah. Not impressed at all. Okay. Your thoughts on Incan Western Europe in over here? Moroccan Tunis detected. Give this man a 0. I don't know why I put it on 1, 2, 3, or 4. I was meant to go 2. Yeah, sure. I guess. Well, it's not enough actually. People think it's a 4. So people think that's less impressive than almost everything we've seen thus far. People think it's as impressive as the Wu, as impressive as Hiss and Kafer. I'll give it that. Less impressive than California. Yeah, for sure. Okay. This is currently our highest scoring game by 4. It would be closer, but again, the Dutch get -2. So do we think of any penalties or bonuses, chaps, for this one? I did unify Incro's Pachacuti. -2 for Funch Color, -1 for Fast Color, -1 for No World Conquest. We give -5 for min-maxing. Do we give him a -5 for being a nerd? Chaps, do we give him a -5 for being a nerd? That seems a little harsh. -5 for being a nerd? Alright, chat's saying it. Alright. Hey, look. You did great, man, but I'm sorry, but chat is giving you a -5 for you being a nerd. So for context, this is what we are looking at now. Bang. Because that -5, that puts him into second place behind we having a serious problem. We now need to be thinking about what notes, chaps. What notes? As I look for Ice Pyre's one next. It was one of the first ones, I believe. Ice Pyre. Millhouse. Nice. Alright. Scanning for viruses. It's taking a long time to scan for viruses, Ice Pyre. Is there something you want to tell me? Alright. What notes? Maybe -5 was a little harsh, huh? What do you think? Or do we keep it? It's up to you guys. Alright. I've got Ice Pyre's one and we're loading back up. Too harsh? -2, -3? -2 at most? We'll give it -2? I think a -2 seems fair. Being a nerd is as bad as being Dutch, apparently. It's right in the same. There you go. And what's the note? What note do we do? Okay, I like this note. I like this note. I've just copied it. There you go. That's the note. Good stuff. I don't want to call attention to this. Ice Pyre is uploading again. Hell yeah. And he restored Carthage in EU4.
EU5 is almost here, and I am
Hell yeah.
nowhere near completing all of the EU4
He wanted to get all the
achievements.
EU4 achievements.
But I'm still...
So, you know, look, anytime anyone restores Carthage, hell yeah. Give me that like. Yeah, Ice Pyre does cool stuff. Now, this is what we're looking at now. So, yeah. Ice Pyre had like, he had the momentum and a half back in the day. And then I think you did something with a bar, if I recall. Anyway, let's crack on with some EU4. With a little bit of Mulhouse. Now, Mulhouse is going to get a decent score initially. Memes are off to a good start because it is Mulhouse. Did I put it in the wrong folder? Ah, it's not okay. There you go. Save show incompatible. What? It's pretty cussed because I can't actually open it. What is this? It's a compressed save, but let me... I can't find it. Am I blind? There we go. I'll put it in this one instead. The third one. Look. It's not me. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, let's dive into it. You can save... No, you can send more than one save file, I don't mind. That's not Carthage, it's true. So, let me read the email. What's up, later YouTube community post? I'd share my Everything's Coming Mulhouse save file. Was a fantastic one. So we did get the achievement for this. Is playing as Mulhouse, now Swabia. That's a lot of manpower for this level, this thing in the game, isn't it? I spy you in the chat still, buddy. I bought a bar, yeah. There you go, yeah. See, how's the bar? Sorry, I shouldn't ask you this as a personal question, but you know, how's life, man? It's been a while. How are you, buddy? All right. Why EU5 look just like EU4? You're wrong. You're incorrect. Money. Make it 118 ducats. At this stage of the game, that is pretty good given this size. Wait, how much from vassals? 82 from vassals? Someone's gonna get a good diplomacy score. Successful, married, building houses, trying to get more EU4 in my life. Bro made it. Damn, now I'm actually just genuinely happy for you. Hell yeah. Fuck, that's so cool. Nice, bro, I'm psyched. Anyway, EU4, let's judge this man. All right, so economy, that's his economy right now. Where's the home trade node? Home trade node is sitting at... Why can't I see it? What? It's collecting from Valencia and Genoa. Oh, it's here. It was just covered. That's the home trade node. Suboptimal. How you send a save game? You send it to savesforlate@gmail.com. That's what you do. All right. Let's see. He's building a bunch of soldiers' households. All right. Let's do this. Why? What the? Suddenly my viewership dropped to 374 and then instantly recovered again. I have no idea what that was. All right, let's do this. So 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. What do we rate his economy, chaps? This is, he's got money in the bank, no loans, 118 ducats a month. Let's see. It's a 4. I mean, yeah, I think that's fine. I Spy, you're here to defend yourself, buddy, so. There you go. But it's a 4. Solid 4 out of 5. I actually need to put your information in. Ice, fire, Mulhouse. What's the Mulhouse achievement? I can't quite remember. All right, let's go. Military. Fair, my trade was not focused this game. Yeah. Boy, I can tell. Stars Mulhouse and decentralize the empire. Decentralize the empire? Oh, that's cool. I've done this once. By the way, free views anytime I've done it once, obviously, but like, it just decentralize the empire will always get views. Anyway, let's just focus up. Military. How good is military? Okay, well, he has most amount of manpower by like triple. He has the most amount of men. He has the highest force limit. So that's already pretty good. Navies. Doesn't have a navy, really. Not much to speak of. But army quality. Highest morale in the world. Low discipline. No siege ability. Decent professionalism. I mean, that's a solid 4 for me. Given the size and everything else. So 2, 3, 4, or 5. Thanks, Bud, for that message so I can pin it. Appreciate it, buddy. I accidentally used my work email instead of a private one to send the save. I am absolutely going to respond to that. I'm not, don't worry. But it'd be very funny. What if I just responded to it live on stream? Hey, guys! Your employee did this and this. I feel like my camera's slowly, like, tilting. I don't want to mess with it, but I feel like it is tilting. Okay, what are we saying? I need to get more music. What has chat said? A 4? Yeah, I'd agree with that. A solid 4. Army's like 5 different sizes. I'm gonna have a look at that in a sec. I've already judged him now. 4. Now let's see. I'm not a fan of your makeup and composition. Do you have any templates? You've got the templates. Why are they scattered like this? What did you do? All right, diplomacy. Now, I think diplomacy has to be pretty high. He's decentralized the empire. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's decentralized the empire and he has a vassal swarm. Tlemcen, Sweden, Poland, Norway, Naples, Swabian, Maghreb is the trade company, Lithuania, Hungary, the Byzantines, Burgundy, and Bulgaria. If that's not a 5 or a 6, chaps, I really don't know what is. That's solid. You know? Let's do this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Where can I put the... Where did I put the different... There's the different method. I mean, that's just solid, isn't it? There's nothing really wrong with it. Wait a second. Tlemcen disloyal? Tlemcen disloyal? Downvotes, man. Mods? Destroy his shins. Get rid of them. Get rid... I want his shins gone. 65? Are you kidding me? Hey, Natalia, thank you for gifting 1 membership. Appreciate that. Look at that. Cosimo, you now, by the way, Catholic Tlemcen. Yeah, but it's Catholic. But it's not, you know? It's still a 5, but you don't get a 6 for it. Alright. I appreciate that, Latila. Latila? How would you even pronounce that name? I'm not sure. Okay. Right, so what did we say? We said a 5, and then stability. Let's see what he's got going on for stability. He's got a +3 stability. He's got no overextension. -5 on this rank here. The crown line is great, honestly, for this level. He's getting the absolutism going up. He has a good amount already. Religious unity is 125%. Catholicism is everywhere. It looks like he's intentionally crushed the Reformation. That's got to be a 5 for me, chaps. That's it. That's got to be another 5. Surely. I really don't think anything else. Hey, the Tyler is thanking his buddy that gave him the membership, which, by the way, gives you behind-the-scenes access. I'm actually recording a Lizy with Lath immediately after this. And I appreciate it, man. All right. That's a 5. That's another 5. Now for the memes. He's playing his Mulhouse. That's 1. Right? But what else is memey about the game? Byzantium vassal. These are all vassals, not, you know, Poseidon and stuff, which is weird. Going decentralized is pretty good. Going decentralized is pretty memey. I'll offer up a higher tier then. 2, 3, 4, or 5. You got the achievement. Hey, cheers for the 5 quid, Jacob. Your vids and streams are perfect watching whilst doing menial things like making rocks. Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. I've now made £5.96 on this stream, chaps. Let's go. Looks like a close 4. I'd agree with that. Is it Catholic Byzantines? It is a Catholic Byzantines. I can't remember what it was. It was a 4. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's worth a 4. You think this game was like, ha, kind of memes. Like that's what you're thinking. You thought this was the haha funny. You thought this was like, bear in mind, the California got 4. You know? I just Woo got 5. And you think this was 4? He started as Mulhouse. It was good. A 3 at most. Disappointing, chaps. Disappointing. What's the nation followed? It's the Akisi Federation. Alright, now how cursed is it? See if we can find anything that's cursed. Japanese Taiwan. Mamluk colonizing. Mamluk colonizing is always a decent one. What else? Friesland colonizing. I think it's just it, chaps. The Sami exist. Norway killing Denmark. I mean, it's a 2, maybe. Gakani happening is quite fun. Gasling exists, yeah, but he's in the area, you know what I mean? Like, he's clearly manifested that. Alright. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I think this is a solid 2 for me. No, Mamluks and Friesland colonizing kind of goofy. Gakani existing kind of goofy. Sami existing kind of goofy. Kharkov, that's fun. Otherwise, this isn't something you'd look at and go like, what is going on? You know? Alright, 2. And how impressed are you with his gameplay? Let's have a look at the timeline here. It's been 200 years and he's decentralized its HRE. Started as Mulhouse. He went straight for Burgundy in France, damn. Braceny got the Burgundian inheritance. Carves up France. The Bold goes straight for France, to be fair. That is impressive. I would have thought he'd have grown it a bit more, but he has just gunned it for France. Big Austria as well for a little bit. And then he got split by him. Okay, I'm pretty impressed. That's skillful. That's skillful. 2, 3, 4, 5. Mammoths have colonization in their tree. Doesn't stop it from being cursed. I mean, technically, the Provence has the ability to get personal unions on a bunch of different nations, but it'd still be cursed if they got it. But thinking of 4, I'd agree with that. It's a solid 4. It's a healthy 4. A gentleman's 4. Now, any bonuses or negatives here, chaps? I'm tempted to give him -1 because he's a YouTuber. Kind of icky. You know? Kind of, yeah, -1. I said do it, why not? +1 if you, okay, hang on. +1 if he gives us free drinks at the bar. This is going to be an interesting one. iSpire, will you give people of the stream free drinks in your bar? Let's see. Free drinks EU4 players, that's a +1. That's a +1, ladies and gentlemen. He secured himself a +1. It's kind of huge. It's kind of huge. It's kind of massive. There you go, it's a +1. Taking up to 29. He's joint second right now. That's quite good. All right, and what note? What notes are we putting in here, chaps? Free drinks. W say pints for the note. You want to just call it pints? Has a life. I kind of like that. I kind of like that, Spud. Has a life. SMH. Nice. Alright, let me get up another one. What do we think? What do we have? Got loads more of these now, Jesus. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I've just seen something disgusting. Now, I'd love to click on this. There's a guy called Jimmy has sent me a Heavenly Mandate Roman Empire. Now, he hasn't attached it to the file, which means I'd have to click on it and it would take me somewhere else. Now, considering I work off this PC, I'm not going to do that. But I would love for you to send me that save attached. If you don't mind. Okay, I've got something interesting for you here, chaps. It's another Prussian one, but it's a custom nation. And it's no expansion allowed at all, were the rules. No expansion allowed at all. DM me the link and I'll send you the save. I don't want to click on it, is the problem. Alright, let me get this up. Because that one kind of sounds good. We'll do... Sorry. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do your turn one after then. Let's go. Save games. Prussia. Alright. So, this is the one. So what I've read here. Hello, the save game needs explanation. First, this is from Alexander. Take a look at the national ideas. The idea of this game was simple. No expansion allowed at all. The plan was to build a powerful army as possible and rent it to random nations for free. I could sell up to 40,000 troops. This is really dumb. The AI was really dumb often, but it was fun seeing, for example, Galicia, Volhynia, 1 versus 2, the Polish Lithuania come off from my help. I love that. So the rule was no expansion, and he could sell out his troops. So he didn't expand. It's a custom nation with, like, let's see. Oh my god. Discipline plus 10%, possible condottieri, artillery fire. What else we got? Carolian infantry. Infantry fire, infantry combat ability, development cost, development cost modifier, production efficiency, and reason to elect plus 20. Okay, so that is kind of sick. Alright, so no expansion. Alright, iSpires head off. Everyone say goodbye. Everyone say goodbye to iSpire. Say goodbye. We're friendly here, chaps. Say goodbye. Bye-bye now. Alright, let's see. I'm already seeing... I thought that was Muscovy, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So we have to judge it as normal. So economy-wise, it's 55. The economy's not great. So let's whiz through this one, because realistically, let's get to the one we really want to be voting on, which is the memes. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's probably like a 2. Or a 1. The economy's not great. It has a good amount of treasury, but the economy really is nothing to sniff out. 1 or 2. I give it a 2. He's got almost 1,000 development though in these provinces. Britain has been vital. We'll get to what happened to Britain in a second, dude. And we'll also get to what happened in Finland. Alright, that's a 2. We got a 2 for economics. Custom Prussia is the name. Alright, then military. Now, let's have a look. So, size-wise, he doesn't have the largest army. He has only 80,000 troops. He has a good amount of force in it. So, there is that. Navies doesn't have a military navy at all, but army quality doesn't have the highest morale, does have the highest discipline, but Prussia's quite close behind him. But his army, the modifiers you can't see here are the modifiers here. He does have the best army you'll ever see in a game, close to at least. It's very, very good. So what are we giving him? 2, 3, 4, or 5 for his military capabilities. Let's see. 4? I'd give him a 4 because the navy isn't good. Should have time to see if he gave himself the land. To put context, no expansion. Yeah. What the He called himself Communist Prussia. He called himself Communist Prussia. So he didn't take any land. There has been 0 expansions for 200 years. He's genuinely just been vibing. He's just a chill guy. Basically stack wipes any arm in the world. Very true. It's a 4. I'd give him that a 5. Kind of shocked he didn't get a 5 for that. Alright, diplomacy. No allies, no friends, nothing. It's got to be a 0 for diplomacy, surely. He doesn't have any, like... There is no diplomacy. Maybe a 1. Maybe a 1. Because he doesn't need it. That's fine. I don't, like, I'm not... It doesn't mean he didn't, like... We're not judging whether or not he needed it. Many contracts? I mean, if you want to see... Look, you vote how you want to see it. But diplomacy-wise, he doesn't have any diplomatic ties. He doesn't have any. It's split between 3 and 0. Damn. Some of you saying he's diplomatic. Like, his improved relations, who cares about allies? He does have a lot of diplomats. It's close. It's very close. You're gonna have to get your votes in, chats. It's too close. He's diplomatic with a gun. Good customer service. Alright, he gets a 3 in diplomacy. I'm surprised. Fair enough. Fair enough. 3 in diplomacy. There it is. Stability. Now, he's over his governing capacity. And this will be why he could have had another 10% difference from this, by the way. But he is over in his governing capacity. He has a good amount of crown land. Absolutism's looking decent. No rebels, because why would there be? So this should score a 4 or 5. 2, 3, 4, or 5, chaps. A 4 would be good for this. He's over governing capacity, which is why it's not a perfect score. But yeah, okay, a 4. You got to get your votes in quick, chaps. I'm not gonna be sitting around for too long. All right, and now we get to the memes. How memey is this? How memey is it to start as a custom nation, does not expand for 200 years, and simply rent out your troops to anyone who asks for it, like, or anyone you can, for free? I mean, remember, 80% on 5 means we go to 6. It has to be. It has to be. It's the most meme game we've seen so far. Has to be. Has to be. I can't see anything but a high 5. Okay, 5 is locked in. 5 is locked in. Now, 80% on 6 means we'll go to 6 or 7. This could be the first, like, reliable 7 that I think we give. This could be big. 90% say 6. I'll leave it going for a sec. Fair? Alright. And now we go for 6 or 7. It could go higher. If you get 80% on a 7, then yeah, it goes higher. How memey, just how memey can one run be? Just how many memes exist in this run? It's close. It could be a 7 or an 8. We could get there. It is so close. It's 78%. Oh! Oh! I'll give it another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. You want to see just how high we can go? It's a 6. A 7, sorry. It's a 7. We get to 7 for the memes. Now, we get to look at the world. Right? Because there's a lot going on here. If I could wait, in fact, let's make it like a fine dining experience, you know? Give me a sec. Let's get some appropriate music for this. Let me see if we can get some rustle something up real quick. It's a bit too heavy, isn't it? Nah, I want like a relaxed jazz, you know what I mean? Like a smooth jazz, a little bit slow. There you go. Hell yeah. All right, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Late's Save for the Day. Let me take you through what we have on our menu of memes of our cursed map. First off, we start with a like aperitif, right? With a Finland that's no longer that's not just existing, but has Oslo. That's what we start with. Delectable. Then I want to cast your eye eastwards. Now, some may think that we've crafted Muscovy, but no, it is in fact a delightful great horde wrapped in wrapping a beautiful uncommon minus. Look at that, we've got Nizhny Novgorod, Kasim, and oh, don't forget a little cheeky sprinkle of Sweden on top, right there. But if we move on to our main courses, we have, of course, Big Galicia Volhynia that doesn't have any allies, surviving through the sheer goodwill of others. Simple as that, right? But we don't stop with that. Just a little digestif immediately afterwards, if you're not feeling too full just yet. We have Venetian Constantinople. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. But go a little bit south and we find ourselves an independent Crete. Isn't that nice? Oh, Neapolitan Malta, nothing too scary there. But cast your eyes to the British Isles, where we don't just have Scotland dominating, we have a gentle French southern coast with just a dash of Wales right in the middle of it. And just to sprinkle a little seasoning on top, we have this, the Isle of Man. Isn't it nice? What am I looking at? Is there anything else? Oh! Let's just increase the audio a little bit. There you go. There you go. Just to finish, a little flourish of Frisian Columbia, Frisian Upper Guyana, and Frisian Abayer. Isn't that nice? Isn't that just delightful? What else could there possibly be? Nova Scotia, New Spain. Go over to the New World, and we have the east, the Far East. We have woo, little bit of Japan, huh? Isn't that nice? Akuyunu not only surviving but thriving, ladies and gentlemen. Marrakesh existing, independent, and I think that might conclude our little tour of this. I've been your host for the evening, Late, and I hope you enjoyed our little dive into this cursed EU4 map. I had way too much fun doing that. I had way too much fun. Oh man, that was good. What the hell is this map? This is terrifying. Spanish Southeast Florida. I mean, New Scotland exists here. Just part of it, though. Denmark. I didn't realize this is all New Denmark. This is terrifying. Venetian Rome. Venetian Rome. Oh, I didn't even see that. But Naples is parts of this place as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Dare I look at this? That could be the new Liaising with Late. Dude, should I put that song behind me for Liaising with Late? That could be fun. I gotta save that song. Cologne exists, which is weird. Is it that weird? Okay, let's go through the timeline before we vote. In 200 years. So everything starts on... No, look! They took it immediately. Venice took that immediately. I don't know they had anything to do with this. I think Venice took it and they just held it the entire game. So when did England lose? Because England actually has all of its French holdings at present. Right? That's weird. So when does it die? Must be collapsing. Yeah, Must be just gone, dude. I'm more intrigued. So Austria's already dead. I'm more intrigued to see when this happens. So we're getting to within the last 100 years now. How did it, they still have their lands in France? Picardie's independent. Okay. They've lost one war. And is it just going to be one war where they take everything? Let's see. Surely not. Independent Corsica? That's true. That's another lost war for the English. There's the Glycid of Alinea war we got told about. Independent Corsica's no war. And then, yeah, it's that one war where they just take everything. Well, I'm going to start the voting at 6, dude. Or 5 or 6. That's where we're at right now. Alright, so I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 6. And then if there's 80% for 6, we go higher. This is how cursed this place is. This is the most cursed map of the day. If this doesn't get at least a 7, I'm going to be disappointed. Why did France take the Irish land? I don't know. It's a weird save. This is the graphical improvement ones, yeah. No, people aren't voting hard enough to give it a 7. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You don't think this is cursed? Chat, vote 6 immediately. Chat, vote 6 immediately. How? How is it more of a 5 than 6? How is it not at least like a 7? How is this more cursed than Giant Strasbourg? How? Did you not see it? Look at it. All right, I'm gonna give it another 10 seconds, chat. So you gotta vote 6. We gotta have a 6 or a 7 for this, because honestly, this is terrifying. He didn't do half of the like. Look. He didn't do half of it. He did not get involved in this war. There is no way he did this. Scotland did, like, this was not him. Wales, these are all individuals. You disappointed me today, chat. This I give you as him. This I give you as him. Venice took that at the start of the game. Independent Crete was not him. That's crazy. So we get 6, but he doesn't quite get 7. That's insane. Yeah, I'm baffled at you. Well, I think you should be ashamed of yourself, to be honest. I'm a little bit upset. I'm a little bit upset. All right, and how impressed are you with his gameplay? 1, 2, 3, or 4. If 80% of you vote 0 or 1, I'll give it a 0. But this is not that. Like it's not. He spent the time, but like it was overpowered for a reason. You know what I mean? Simple as that. My girlfriend's trying to say we have boxing now, but we don't. It's later. Let me see. All right. What did we say? 2. It's very close, but 2. That was the most even one there. All right. Do we have any notes for this one? And then we'll do our final one of the day. We have the one I was looking for, by the way. He sent it in. He's watching. Jimmy's watching. So we have a banger coming up. Do you have any notes? +1 for constant for custom nation, -1 for Russia boo. So we just give him a +0. Hey Hawk, how's it going? I'm rating saves. -2 for custom nation, +1 for Wales. These are not good bonuses, guys. These are terrible bonuses. These are terrible bonuses. Yeah. All right. I don't think there's any bonuses or malices. What notes we give it in? Prussian commune. That's the one. That's the note. Really? That's the best you can do, guys. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Let Horde decide the bonus with no prior knowledge. Not everyone gets a bonus. We just have done it the last time because someone was Dutch and that's how it started. Don't talk to Hawk about the Dutch either. He gets real upset. It gets kind of nasty. Prussian Ronin. Okay, I think Prussian Ronin's gonna be it. All right, Prussian around. Sorry, that's way funnier. All right, what do we have here? I think I have the save ready. I do, in fact, have the save ready. All right, fantastic. +2 bonus because they own Durez. All right, fine. He's gonna get 2 bonus. It's gonna put him into 2nd place. There you go. Congrats. Now, this next one's gonna be. This day was gonna be interesting, chaps. This is our final one of the day. Okay, and bear with because it has some explanation to go with it. Okay, are we ready? Final one of the day. Right. It's a Roman Empire run. It's done until the end of the game. Why is this Roman Empire run so interesting to me? Oh, United States, that is cursed. Let me read you the description of this. Whoops. I accidentally unpaused. I accidentally unpaused. Whoops. Whoops. There goes the save file. Well, I guess that's the 0. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, what do I have here? Alright, it's loading up, it's loading up. Let me read it to you. So, how do I explain what I'm reading? Otomo Nahuatl Heavenly Mandate Roman Empire. That should tell you what you need to know. Okay? Let's see what the reaction is to that. Huh? yeah, exactly. It's a collection of words that you think don't mean anything. But that is what has happened here today. This is a Nahuatl thing. With Roman missions. Starting as a Tomo. Okay, so that's how we got here. So let's bear that in mind, but we're gonna start with economy. He's making 4,000. He has almost 1 million in the bank. All right, we'll get there. Those are Japanese missions. Yes, you will get there. We will get there. We will get calm. I will turn this stream around. Okay? We'll get there. Roman Australia's a thing. Yes. All right, so this is for the economy first. Economy first, okay? What does chat think of the economy? It's a good amount. End of the game. It's not the best one we've seen today, for sure. Why is there Roman Western Empire? Because you'll see when I hit the timestamp, the timeline. You'll see. Okay. Give it a sec. A 5. Okay. Jimmy. All right. Next thing, military. So let's go have a look at the military tab. Armies. He has 2.5 million men, 3 million force limit, way more than everyone else. The United States are the only people that come close to him. In terms of army quality comparison, he has way more morale than everyone else. He has way more discipline than everyone else. He has way more siege ability than everyone else. No defensiveness. High professionalism. High tradition. Let's see if he has a navy. He has a massive navy that's bigger than everyone else's as well. What do you think? What do you think, chaps? 2, 3, 4, or 5. 90% are voting 5. I mean, that means I have to give it to 5 or 6, right? All right, here we go. Five or 6. I think this one's gonna clear everything for today. You'll see why. I think it's gonna be a 6, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, you get 6 for military. Diplomacy. I don't think he has any diplomacy. He has 2 vassals. No, he has a couple more vassals than that. The game is not happy about me panning around, you know. So this is, he has some coalition. At least like some aggressive expansion. He has a couple of different vassals. I'll do with that information what you will when it comes to diplomacy. 2, 3, 4, or 5. I mean, there's not that much going on diplomatically. We have to sort of accept that. Let's see his dip rep. Maybe that'll swing it. Guys, he has 13 diplomatic reputation. He has 13 diplomatic reputation. 13. That's the highest we've seen today by a good amount. Alright, so 3. That's a 3. Now, stability. How stable is he? He has stability 3. He has a core that isn't done yet. Otherwise, no, he has some separatists that might rise up. But he has minus 14 to his unrest. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Redo the poll? Why? People voted. Look, just because you get an answer that you don't like doesn't mean I have to redo it, chaps. 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see what he gets for his stability. Religious unity wise, guys, he's got 222% religious unity. Didn't see the Diplo rep before? Damn, I'm sorry. That's crazy. Because I didn't show you all the information. Welcome to democracy. Okay? You don't get to make a decision with all of the information. All right. He gets a 5 for stability. Stability time lapse. You will. You will. So now we get the memes. Now. I appreciate there's a lot going on. I need a bit more of a hype song for this because it's kind of too chill. Here we go. Let's have a look, shall we? See if we can spot him. See if we can spot this man. Hmm? You notice something about Toma? Oh, he's over here now. Let's conquer bits of Korea. That's nice. That's all nice. Look at this. He's heading over here. He's got it. There's the Japanese Far East now because he's switched over. He's conquered all of this now. He's conquered all of South America. Conquering Mexico. That's a massive Ottomans. Look at that. Sub-Saharan Africa now, but that's a good consolidation. And now we're about to start to see him go for Rome. Lotharingia, I think. Lotharingia, no! Look out, Mecklenburg! No, he's got our AirPods in! And there we go, Roman Empire. So, to be clear, this is... He started out as a Tomo, all the way over here, as a, I believe it's a one province minor in Japan. Conquers Japan, then goes over here to the Far East, becomes Nahuatl for the memes, and then forms the Roman Empire. That's what we're looking at. Matvei, thank you for coming on, lad. I appreciate it. Oh, Muppet Lord, is this your one? Glad everyone enjoys my Nahuatl maxing campaign. So, for the memes, if this isn't a 5 or above, chaps, you don't know what you're talking about. You also have the Mandate of Heaven, yeah. Mandate of Heaven, for sure. Roman Emperor Mandate of Mandate of Heaven. That's ridiculous. Empire of China, Emperor of Rome, everything. Everything. All right, that's a 5. We'll see. Welcome to Democracy. Sold me on you, Lath. Glad to be here. Cheers, Maddie. Wait, have you not seen my stuff before? I don't want to disappoint you, bro. 5 or a 6. Let's see what people vote on now. It's a 5 or a 6. 93% 6. Mandate of Heaven, Roman Empire is enough, but in Japanese Nahuatl, Roman Heavenly Emperor is another level. Yep. All right, it's a 6. Remember, if 80% of you or more vote for 7, we go up to 8 for the first time today. He didn't have to play EU4 again. He completed the game. %96 of you voted for 7. Oh my god. All right, 7 or an 8. What a one to finish on. What a one for our final one, huh? Look at this. There's a lot of people voting for 8 now. Where do I cap it at? Where do I cap it, you know? They should send me U5. It's crack. 7 or 8. All the way to 100, we just sit here? Oh my god. It's 8. It's meant to be out of 5 and you guys are voting for 8. Alright, 8 or 9. That is nutty. That is nutty. Look at this. Roman Forest. Very cool. I will cap it at 9. Alright, so he does in fact end up with 9 points out of 5. Congratulations for the memes. Now, how cursed is this game? This is an independent Mossy, by the way. That's the start, right? Roman Empire's borders are insane. And the United States has conquered, well, not that far off of its modern territories. I mean, it has to go here and up. But it's conquered Canada to you know, to compensate. And that's politically relevant right now. So, yeah. Meanwhile, the Scandinavians nick Greenland. Let's have a look at this again to see what else cursed happened. Let's take a look at Europe here, because that's the thing he didn't impact. Lotharingia did form. Revolutionary Austria. So Austria took land here. So again, this is just a big Ottomans game right now. Pomerania forms and then gets annexed. Revolutionary Rush is a thing. So what is it? Burgundy? Is Burgundy independent? It looks like they are they're not independent. They just declare they're independent. So when did they get Lotharingia? The stupid big Ottomans. Yeah, this is Mossy before he turns up. There you go. He just nicks half of France and then just becomes Lotharingia. Westphalia forms as well. Yeah. That's got to be a 4 for me. It's not quite as cursed as the other ones, but it's got to be a 4. Two, 3, 4, 5. Was that Wales briefly? It's just that was player impacted. There you go. Let's see. Malaccan Far East Indies is pretty cool. He's also not a vassal. Looking like a 5, a solid 5. Now, he's already won the day. Alright. So I'm just going to start it at 5, 6, 7, or 8 with how impressed you are with this gameplay. How impressed is chat that he did all this? How impressive is it? It looks like my YouTube, like my polls are freaking out. Maybe because the numbers are too high. Let me try reloading it. Is YouTube broken? No, it's good. There you go. All right. 5, 6, 7, or 8. How impressed are you? Looks like it might be an 8. I mean, over 80% for an 8. Not quite, not quite. Bro playing to the end 8. He did. He did. Okay, it's an 8. Which brings us to this final score. Out of a possible score of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of a possible score of 35, he's scored 41. With a score of 41 out of 35. Congratulations. Wait a second. Muppet Lord, are you Dutch? It's kind of important for the notes. Are you Dutch? This is the yes or no question. Nope. He's finished. That means no negative points. All right, we're good. I mean, yeah. Fair play. Simple as that. 41, our winner for the day, Muppet Lord 1. Jimmy, thank you very, very much. I appreciate your efforts. Chaps, let's just spam W in the chat for our winner today. Jimmy, what a swell guy. Congratulations. And chaps, that brings us to the end of our stream. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna do a quick outro for YouTube. Alright, whilst my chat is spamming W for Jimmy, I'm gonna say thank you to the YouTube viewers for tuning in. I'm gonna be streaming a lot more, so I guess join the Discord to make sure you're notified of it. I might schedule streams, I might not. Please make sure to subscribe because I'm trying to get the Gamescom, and I'm only allowed to do that if I have 250,000 subscribers. I'm like 5k off, so I'd appreciate your help. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. Goodbye. And now, I'll do my little stream outro, chaps. We're doing this again anytime soon. I'm planning on doing it. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. I'm planning on streaming a lot more, chaps. I want to get good at it. I like being good at things, you know. And I think I do want to get good at streaming. And by that I don't mean I mean being consistent and just having little buttons and stuff that I can press and having like a general idea of what I'm doing. I think that's gonna be my plan from sort of here on out. I'm gonna hopefully stream at least twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, maybe just on here, maybe on YouTube as well, on Twitch as well. I don't know. If you do have suggestions for me, I would really, really appreciate it. If you don't mind joining the Discord and telling me directly in there what kinds of things to stream and sort of to help with that sort of thing, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, are they gonna be security ones? Yeah, I want to do it with the other Pirates games. But I don't know. It's been quite cool. Hey, cheers, man. God tier algorithm pool. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. $20. Thanks, Maddie. And cheers for joining the lads. I'm gonna record a live relay tonight or tomorrow morning. That's a behind the scenes thing, and make sure to join the Discord because you get a lot of bonuses for being a lad. Yeah, I think that's it, chaps. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty cool stream. Pretty fun to be streaming again. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time, guys. Goodbye.